Woo!
Beautiful.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to episode 55/58 of the Hispanic on Paper podcast.
More on that later. My name is Marcos.
My name is Krish/Kashi.
And also...
You have Bryan, Mr. Alton, Brazzysnazzy, the walking cauliflower.
Let's go.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Let's start. Let's start.
I could have kept going. I was like, stop. And then I kept going. And I was like, no, just really stop.
I'm going to be super nitpicky about that. I really don't like the implication of your middle name being Mr. and not like... like
What?
Not, like
My middle
not-
name is Mr.
That's hard.
It's just spelled like James.
Mr. James. You sound dumb.
Ding.
Yeah.
Phonetics.
All right. Yeah. But episode 55. So basically, I'll be super quick. We don't have to talk about this again. If you're just joining us and listening chronologically, you're probably clicking on the video being like, wait, whatever. In the last few episodes, we've just been off on the number because of editing and all that other stuff.
Whoopsie doodles.
Yeah. So this is episode 55, but in the past episode, we've said 57. So chronologically, you would be hearing 58. However,
Yes.
it's actually 55.
Today is Tuesday, January 24th.
It's currently 5:18. And if you are finding this podcast and it says Hispanic on paper and you're like, whoa, let me venture into the world of Latin America. You know, let's just get a little silly, get informed. We are not that podcast. If you want to learn something about Latin culture and, you know, maybe get in the know on what it's like to be Hispanic, we are not that.
Actually, I actually wrote, if you guys don't mind, I wrote something kind of telling the
premise?
listeners what you guys do here.
Actually,
I'm down. Let's
I'm
see.
super down.
Okay.
Switch.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna switch.
Let's run it. Go.
I'm so unprepared. I'm so sorry. My guitar pick's in my right pocket.
It's happening.
I'm going to sit here cozy. Everything I do is important. Fellow listener, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know this is a lot to unpack, and you know, I know this is a super silly, wacky, zany time. For those are for Albin. Yeah, this is our good friend Bryan. You know, we play volleyball with him. Whenever we talk about karaoke and throwing hella ass, typically we're talking about this this guru right here.
Is it my ass we're counting?
Go ahead and point that downward too. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
Let me juice.
Yeah, crank that bitch.
All the way up. Yep, it's all the way up.
Welcome to the Hispanic on Paper podcast.
Okay, don't sue me. How loud is that? Is that okay?
Perfect.
Okay. Let's do this. Take one. Take one.
Take one.
Take one.
Take one. Okay, take one. Here we go. Let's do this.
Take zero.
Take zero before negative. That doesn't make sense. Here we go. Here we go. All right, last. Let's do this. I'm ready. If I fuck it up, I'm just going to keep rolling with it. Is that okay?
Last take, but here's the thing, is that it's fine because it's the first take. So proceed.
First take.
First and only.
Okay, here we go. A one.
Last take and first take.
Does it not sound like I'm messing up?
No.
It's probably
No.
just an internal criticism. Take one.
You know they say that like if you can't clap like that, it means let's do that. With each other. Wait, hold your hands up and I slap them.
So sorry, this is going to be actually take 17 because of them, not me. They
Yes.
couldn't get the clap down.
That's our
Here we
fault.
Go. All right, here we go.
Naturally.
Ready?
Naturally.
You got the clap down?
Splendid.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
We're good.
Well, I've got
Quite.
this down. Let's go.
Quite.
So someone told you this podcast was just okay, but you'll be stoked to know these fools will blow you away. Sometimes they'll talk about their greatest fear, something cool or weird or nothing at all, and sip a few beers. We'll have fun with you. Come on, let's get together. We want all of you. They, them, he, him, and she, her. Give us all the views, because we are Hispanic on paper. Wait.
Very nice.
Well, it was close. It It was close. I almost yeah.
Brian Alton.
A few more drinks and I would have.
God.
Brian Alton. Brazzysnazzy.
I'm amped. Let's go fight dinosaurs.
Thank you, buddy.
That was awesome.
It does get you like in the back of the brain when
yeah.
it's start to finish. Good for you, buddy. That was you.
Now I'm loose. Now I feel great. Like, I feel like turned up 1,000, or maybe you fixed it. I don't know. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff. Thank you, buddy. That's
that
really
was
fun.
awesome.
That's really fun. None of our other guests have ever contributed anything to the podcast before, so no, I'm kidding. That's gonna sound so bad. We've had like 10 plus guests, but yeah. Brian, thank you, buddy.
I was thinking, I was like, if I'm gonna come onto a podcast, especially my first podcast ever.
Wow.
I figured I'm gonna go big,
That's
and I don't want to
absolutely
not to,
balled
yeah,
out.
I just want to be a star. And
Buddy, thank you so much. That was incredible. Thank you.
yeah.
Genuinely, thank you. I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
Earlier when he was practicing, he was playing it slower, so I couldn't tune into it. And then he played it at the right speed, and I was fucking right on it. It was
Dialed
perfect.
right in.
Yeah. Very nicely done.
Good claps.
So, episode 55 of the Hispanic Unprepared Podcast. I'm like,
And
yeah.
that was crazy that was the first take,
I'm
too.
fucking crap. Yeah, first take.
Yeah, first take.
First take. Yes. So, if you're here for a Latin podcast, obviously you can tell that this is not that. If you made it this far, go click somewhere else. But thank you guys so much. This is Marcos. My name's Kashi. And we have Brian, Mr. Alton, a.k.a. Brazzysnazzy.
Walking cauliflower.
Walking cauliflower. So
Don't call me a flower. I'll wilt away. I'm shy.
That's hard. That's like, it's like weirdly deep. That's one thing that I love about the internet. Like, first of all, TikTok, I don't know if you've seen the guy where he's like, it's like the big Italian kid, kind of fat, in the freaking like puffer jacket. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, what's the quote of the day? What's the quote of the day? Into the show.
Yeah.
And he's like, everyone says I changed. I had to change. I shit my pants. I had to change. And then he walks away and it's dramatic. And I remember the first, like, maybe the second time I like,
Let him cook.
everyone said I had to change. I had to change. I shit my pants. I had to change. You really sit on that for a few minutes and you're like, wow. Since you're resonating with it, I can tell right now.
I'm definitely resonating. I feel like, actually, I don't resonate. I'm going to tell you why. Because I grew up.
That's bullshit. Because
No. I don't think I just don't resonate because I grew up, and from my brother to my family, relatives, friends, I always know someone. I always got people that are like, dude, the time I shit my pants.
Oh yeah, everyone has a shit their pants story.
I don't.
You don't. That's very interesting.
So that's why I'm like, I don't resonate. But I'm like, man, I kind of want to know your guys' shit your pants story. Like,
I don't think you have one. Do you have one?
So he's with me then.
So hold on.
Or you're too shy to say it, but
You don't have one either? Sky also.
I really not that I
did you
can
ever
recall.
shit your pants?
Huh?
Have you ever shit your
You
pants?
want to know the terrifying? You know what? I'll just go out on a limb. When's the last time you think I shit my pants?
I'm gonna
Think
say
about it.
within-
Think about it realistically,
Okay.
and not because I'm asking you.
It probably happened. It probably happened when I was like young.
I was gonna say young.
like
So what about me?
grade school, maybe. If
Okay.
that, like preschool
Really?
era, like
I
early.
feel like if it was then, I would definitely
Right?
remember. But I'm
Yeah.
baby for sure. I'm
Yeah.
crapping my toddlers, like my pull-ups.
I'm
but-
22 years and 3 months old.
I mean, I'll say on the podcast that like I can't remember the exact age, but like I was in pull-ups for like a long time.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Apparently longer than normal.
Oh, I pissed the bed till I was 10.
Oh, okay.
like frequently.
Okay, I feel better. I feel way better.
Yeah, dude. It was bad.
Did
Like,
you guys ever have those kids in middle school that just randomly vomit?
oh hell yeah.
There's a kid in sixth grade. There's a kid in sixth grade where it was math and it was like 10 in the morning or something like that. And we were learning about exponents and the kid just gets up and he's like, yeah. He gets up and he's like, he's doing like a slow kind of breathing. And then the teacher, I'm going to reenact this, right?
I love this.
He goes, and the teacher walks up to him. He's like, hey, so-and-so, do you think you're all, and the kid goes, on the wall. And the teacher goes like that.
He dodged.
He did a 180 from the kid. He was like, oh, he went, that's all right, bud. Go to the office. Go. and it was like on the wall. It was like right below the light switch, and it trailed down.
You want to know something funny? My random throwing up at school story. So, actually, hold on, wait. I have to. Sorry, let me double back. I'm gonna go back to back stories. So, real quick, guess the last time I shot my pants? You said I was like young, right?
I was gonna think young, but you've given me so much
Juice, right? Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna go with like you said 22. I'm gonna say 19.
Right now I'm 22 years and 3 months old. The most recent time I shat my pants, I was 21 years and 9 months old. This was like 6 months ago. And hold on. It's like a funny, cute story. It's not a funny story by any means.
Quirky.
Literally, the story is I thought it was gonna be a fart.
It's probably a shitty story.
You just gambled on a fart incorrectly.
So I'll be super quick. I started my day. It was a day like any other day. I was gonna go sell boxes, and I make it out to my car. I was gonna be a half hour early to this meeting. Literally not a single downside. I go to my car. I go to my car. I'm reaching for my door handle, and I just do a little like, oh, what's gonna happen here? A little, nope. Little clunk clunk. It wasn't. So I won't get graphic. But basically,
Yeah, thank you.
Without getting graphic, this is the best way to put it. It was a remarkably easy cleanup because I hadn't left home yet, and like that's all I have to say is that it was an easy cleanup. This wasn't a nightmare situation.
Yeah.
It was so clean. In fact, I showered with my shirt on. That's how quick of an issue it took to get resolved. I was just like,
you just sharted.
It was I sharded. So
Did you still make it to work on time?
No, yeah, early. I was still early. I was still early. So
Man of dedication.
Exactly.
Passion.
So check this out. Here's where this story.
I don't shit my pants and I'm late to work.
Yeah.
Dude,
Brian,
God damn it.
why
you are my idol. You are my idol.
Why are you late, Brian? I don't know. I didn't even shit myself.
Chris runs an Instagram account called Billionaire Grind Set, and it's just like him shit your pants in the morning so you're early to work.
It's called Andrew Tate fan account. But so now because that's not a funny story. The funny part of the story being that next week we had volleyball. You were there.
I knew I smelled something.
No. Something was fishy.
Fish?
So we played volleyball, and then we went over to the pool, and all of us were just hanging out and swimming and whatever. The boys were hanging out. All the girlfriends were there. We were having a good time. And I just kind of because I was pretty sure I was going to take that to the grave, and now I'm here putting it on the internet. But I just kind of mentioned in passing, I was like, yeah, I shat myself last week, and that was really funny. And someone else in the group was immediately like, I shat myself a couple weeks ago.
There's always someone.
And then,
always someone.
hold
Even
on.
in this little group.
And then again, but it wasn't as recent, but it was teens.
Okay.
Teens, but still, we were like,
that's all I was aiming for. I wasn't aiming for the past 6 months. I was aiming
exactly.
for any time in your
So
life.
we all kind of had this moment of camaraderie where we were just like, wow.
Everybody poops.
Sometimes you poop in
Right.
your pants.
No, it doesn't make me hate or like them any more or less. I just know that there's always one.
No, you
Yeah.
know what? It was second grade.
That's less than we
For
shat your
you?
pants.
Yeah.
Was that at
Oh.
school?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
Partially. It was a sharp, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my segue is that I started my day to the throwing up at school. It was on the way to school, and I was wearing my favorite Steve Nash jersey and my cool Under Armour No, it wasn't even Under Armour. It was Russell. I don't know if you guys know about like Russell Athletics.
Yeah, I know about
It's the Kroger of Nike and Under Armour.
Let's go.
Yeah. And on the bus, and everyone's talking, and I was sitting like about 2/3 of the way back in the middle, like in the aisle.
Yeah.
And I was like, everyone, I'm gonna throw up. Everyone, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. And everyone's like, you're weird. Fucking horrible. Knees wide open, horrible. And so
In the bus?
we had just gotten to school. Literally, like, here's how it went in my
Why
head.
didn't you open the window?
Why didn't you do what that kid did?
There's
Just
no
stand up
time.
and just go.
Because I didn't want to look like I was about to go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he channeled it.
So I told everyone, I was like, I'm gonna throw up. The brakes on the bus, the air brakes. So then the doors open. I threw up, and then all I see are like dozens of kids jumping over the seats because they couldn't walk down the aisle anymore. Yeah. And my bus driver so this guy was like probably like 26, coolest guy in the world. His name was Courtney. And
Whoa, really?
Yeah,
Really?
his name was Courtney. And
That's baller.
one time he came on a field trip with us because I don't know. And
You don't know?
I don't know.
Was he a kid just like you?
Yeah, I don't know why he was there, but like
He's probably another
Did he get his
chaperone.
parents to sign
They
the
probably
form?
didn't. Yeah, they probably didn't have enough parent chaperones.
Exactly,
So they're like,
no.
this guy's certified to be with
exactly.
kids.
I think that's what it was.
Liability.
So
He's
he
an
sat in the
adult.
back with us, and we were telling Yo Mama jokes. And I was like, Courtney, what's your best Yo Mama joke? And he's like, you guys, I don't really like these. Oh, Yo Mama's so fat. I told one to him, and he's like, yeah, I don't really like these. My mom is actually really fat, and her life like isn't that good. And I was like, well, your mom is so short, you could see her feet in her driver's license.
Dunk on him.
Yeah.
You know, Courtney went home and cried. You went home that day.
Yeah. Oh, wait. The very last point to that story, which was Courtney took me back home.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, dude, we're right up the street, and I got to take the bus back and clean it anyway. I'll just take you back home, right? No big deal. Worked out great. Went home, went back to school the next day. I found out 16 people at school threw up the same day I did. There was just a bug. There was a bug that went around the entire school. K through 8 school, 16 people.
That's weird.
It was Courtney exacting his
Yeah, he put something. He put something in the air.
No, well,
Did you know that Courtney, as
wonder how
as
he's
a
doing.
male name, was endangered, and you killed the last one? So just
Yeah.
Courtney, if you're listening to this,
Yeah, shout out Courtney.
what would you
Shout
like
out
to?
Courtney.
What would you like to say to Courtney?
If I could talk to Courtney again, I think I would apologize because I was a piece of shit kid in every sense
Yeah.
of the word.
Yeah.
There was this one lady. I wasn't like I've talked about this on the podcast before. I was a total asshole growing up. I was just a bad kid. Every substitute teacher, I made them want to freaking quit, cry and quit, and crit, yeah. And but Courtney was one of the guys where he's like, I hope you don't grow up and stay the way you are. And I was like,
That's such a
Me
real thing to say.
yeah. If you're saying that to someone like between the ages of like 12 and 17, that's going to do some long-term damage.
Yeah,
Keep that in your back pocket. I hope you don't grow up and end up the way you are now. I hate you.
hope you don't grow. Wow.
That's a good parent line.
That cuts.
Yeah, that's really good. So I skipped out on one of the most important questions that we always ask at the top of the episodes, which was, Marcos, how was your week?
Very good.
You had a good week?
Lots of blessings. It feels like lots
Okay.
of just like, I don't know, just counting them.
I like that. Good for you.
Just woke up and I was cleaning up my room. You know, we had the house cleaners come that we have like every month.
Mm-hmm.
And mom was like, "Hey, before you go to the ATM, I got you a McDonald's sandwich." And I was like, "Oh, she got me an egg muffin."
Just cause.
And I was like, and I took a bite of that, and I was like, "Thank you." Gave my mom a fat hug. I was like, "That's awesome."
yeah, thanks, Mom.
My dogs were like extra happy to see me. It felt like I went and got a car wash. The guy gave me the car wash for free because
Yeah.
I was talking to him.
What the fuck?
I was
I've never even heard of that.
I was talking, yeah, and I slid the dude a $5, and I was like, he put his hand out, and I was like, I totally I was like waiting for it, Thanks, bro. And he's like,
He accepted
damn. He's
it?
like, I was going for a handshake,
And
I was like, man.
I know you were.
and then I bought, dude, I got this thing. I for the first time waxed my car.
Oh, that's all, like the paint protectant
Like
shit.
Caranuba,
Yeah.
like I just
Oh,
on the
yeah.
microfiber. I
Uh-huh.
got a car wash, and then after I went and bought that, it smelled like banana.
That's awesome.
Did it on my rims and on my paint.
Oh, yeah.
Shining, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
And then I was just like, you know what? This is a great day. Any other past bad day that I've had, I was just like, man, I can't even remember.
Good.
Just felt like that.
That's really cool.
Alton,
That's super awesome. Oh,
how was your week?
Well, you stole all the blessings.
Sorry.
No wonder I had a shit week.
Whoever had a bad week is gonna blame you.
literally was in the ER.
Yeah. Were you actually?
Paid a $1,300 bill
For
just
what?
to find out that nothing was wrong.
What happened?
What? Oh, you're being way too serious about this. I'm okay. I promise.
No,
No, I want a blessing now. I'm blessed to be here. You guys are great. I had a great week.
blessed to have
Why'd you go to
you
the ER?
What?
Why'd you go to the ER?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing, but
I shat myself.
the first time it happened,
I stood up. I stood up and I was like, someone came up to me and they were like, "Hey, buddy, you okay?" But I didn't vomit on the wall.
Yeah. I pissed, shitted, farted, all of it.
Actually, okay, I don't mean to circle back, but don't mean to circle back.
Oh, dude. Oh,
but
by
that's
the way,
classy way to go out. That's the classy way to go
To
out.
die?
No.
When
No,
Yeah,
no.
leave a
That's not where I
place?
was going with that. What?
to leave a place?
No, to shit yourself. To think that you were gonna fart and then shit yourself. I feel like that's the classy way. Like I feel like the shameful way is like you can't hold it. And I feel like that.
You got the
Am I
best
wrong?
of both worlds.
Like I feel like
No, you know why that is? It's because there's the blissful ignorance behind
hell
it.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's the
oh no, I
complete-
can't hold it. and like to shit yourself that way.
He's curling into wood. Like
So so that's I feel like that is not, like to
Poop and
be
fart
like,
jokes aren't funny.
oh, I just got a fart, but then something happens, you're like, oh no, innocent me, oh poor me, like this was not what I expected at all. But to be like, oh, I can't hold it, like your thighs are facing outward.
This is truly divine punishment if I get tagged with that.
You're leaving already? Yeah, I literally shat myself.
So yeah, anyway, I didn't mean to circle back, but I thought about that. I was like, that's the class. Like it's like when like
The stories
You know
of-
what? I'll never put it like girls fart, guys fart, everybody farts. Who the fuck cares? But like what I'm telling you is that like when a girl farts, I'm like, good for you. Like it doesn't upset me. It doesn't like embarrass me. I know there's like that whole like thing, but like. The way I put it is if a guy sharts himself, it's like a girl who accidentally farts, right? So like if that girl's like
That's
And like
really-
trying to hide it.
oh my gosh, like
it's the equivalent of
I
the guy
didn't
telling the
know.
story to his friends to a girl farting in front of her boyfriend.
That's a really
Accidentally.
funny double
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
standard.
Boyfriend girlfriend thing's different. Boyfriend girlfriend thing's different. I'm not talking about
It
that.
isn't for me, but yeah, continue.
But what I'm saying is like you're the,
You guys still don't?
the best way I can.
You guys don't?
I get mad at her when she farts in front of me.
Oh my god! For the longest time, I never farted in front of my girlfriend.
Dude, I'm weird.
My stomach would hurt.
I dislike bodily I don't like air that was in your body that I now am potentially breathing. So whenever people burp in like a 12-foot radius of me, I'm like, dude, that's just flatly disrespectful.
Oh, we did.
So one of my old coworkers,
I just snuffed a burp right now. When
yeah,
you said that.
thank you.
I was like,
keep that right
I
here.
pushed it down.
Keep that right here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I had this coworker at one of my old jobs, and he would always be like, like come here, follow me.
Yeah.
And then I'm following him, walking behind him, big ass burp,
Bro.
And I'm like, dog, I'm about to walk right there.
That's different. Yeah, no.
You start
I'd be upset.
crawling on
I'd
all
be
fours to
upset.
get underneath it.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
you, dude.
No, I would take a
Yeah.
different direction. I would go around. I'm like, no, dude. He's like, oh, dude, you're so dramatic. Okay, get out of my warehouse then. Get out.
You ever like be walking the opposite direction of someone and they're just like, and I'm just like, as I walk by, I like do that whole thing where like I constantly exhale until I have nothing left in my entire soul.
it's literally just.
I'm just like, so I don't know if you know this too. I do this thing sometimes where my pre-inhale. So like, okay, I'm about to walk through this freaking landmine that this guy just left, and I always go. I inhale by turning my head, and I go.
Ooh, swimmer. Were you a swimmer?
No, I'm a good swimmer. This guy that happened to me at the gym last night. Though this guy was doing shoulder raises, and I never do shoulder raises on the machine, but literally it was just so freaking packed last night. And this guy's like, and then wiped it down.
I don't know how you made that sound good, but you did.
He wiped it down, and then I was still like,
Yeah, no, I don't.
There's like a brachial tube.
brachial tube.
Who is that?
So yeah, thank you.
No, yeah.
No, that's a great point. What's funny is that one of you brought it up just now as a little silly zany zag. There are plenty of double standards in the world. There's plenty of double standards.
Yeah.
But why is it so fucking funny that saying the girl's equivalent of farting is literally the guy's equivalent of shitting himself, and then announcing it to the room because he has to tell someone that he shat himself. And I'm sitting there thinking about that, and I'm like, wow, society's fucked.
Right.
How did we make it here, dude? Girls can't walk alone at night, and guys can't shit themselves in peace. This is ridiculous.
Shark.
Yeah. Because you have to,
Yeah.
There has to be
That-
there has to be malintent or no
can never-
malintent.
It's the
I
classy
think
way.
Yeah,
I
the
think that's
classy.
truly like the universe's way of humbling somebody. I think there's some corporate like CEO that's
Yeah.
just like about to vote on some sort of like tech bill or
Oh, yeah.
like on some board review that's gonna
Oh, yeah.
lose people jobs, whatever the fuck. And that day he like sharts himself. Literally just- that's God's. That's
Just
like
a misfire?
The universe's way of just
That's really funny that you mentioned that.
Stay
'cause
humble.
I'm that exact way about falling up the stairs.
falling up.
Falling up the stairs.
Yeah.
Whenever, because I'm a two-stepper. I'm a every other stepper. If you look at the stairs of
What
my
are the
apartment,
other options? Is there 1, 2, 3, 4? How high does this go? Because I want to know what I am.
no,
You're a
every other
two-stepper.
stepper.
Oh,
we
you're
literally
oh,
we
you
literally
skip one.
skip
I skip
one
one.
step.
Yeah, we skip one step.
I'm a you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a colossal
Yeah.
waste of my time to individually
It's
step up the
actually
stairs.
less energy.
Yep.
I feel like Mr. Krabs, bro. I'm like,
Yeah, for us. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
And I'm short, so
yeah, he's
not,
short.
Not that short.
He's pretty short though. His height doesn't even
some
start
would
with a
say, like,
six.
average.
Pretty awesome.
average. You know,
Biologically, one would suggest average.
yeah. Adequate.
Good enough. I could bench 285. Okay, why isn't that enough? So, Brian, I just realized we kind of don't know anything about you in like an audience sense. So, like, what are you into? What's your hobbies? What do you do for work? Tell me everything.
Oh, dude, I could just talk your ear off.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Okay.
Actually, maybe don't. I'm kidding.
Moving on. So the reason why I was in the ER.
Oh, yeah.
No. Fuck.
Now it's a triple back.
No.
Actually, why were you?
Basically, I had my first ever. Everyone clap when I'm done with this, all right? But I had my very first ever panic attack. I've never had one of those before,
wow.
That's so funny.
and I didn't know. You know, after the fact, it's great.
Do you know what the hospital said?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's no joke. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I
$1,300 to get gaslit by a
I will take 10
hospital.
seconds. I will take 10 seconds
Well, I
to tell
had
the
a high
story.
deductible. Yeah.
I'll take 10 seconds to tell the story. My girlfriend was eating, bit her tongue really hard, and there was a little bit of blood, and she was like, "We have to go to the hospital." And I was like, "We do not have to go to the fucking
her little thing on the bottom.
Nope.
Like her
No,
actual
it was on the
vein.
top. It was a tongue bite, and there was a little bit of blood. And she's like, "I need to go to the ER."
She thought she bit off her
She
tongue.
has-
That's different. That's like a
Hypochondriac?
No, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that, but honestly, what I went through is probably hypochondriac.
Well, no, but she was she wasn't listening. So and she has fantastic insurance. So $500. She was in the room for 57 seconds, and the doctor was
Wow.
like, "Yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
Thanks." $500, not including whatever the insurance, but yeah. So this is different though. This is different.
Yeah, this is different. I like to see this as a silver lining. I paid my entire deductible. It's January, so
Oh, hell yeah.
And so if anything else happens for the rest of the year,
You're covered.
I'm
fine.
freaking covered. So like that's the way. That's like my silver.
Where
lining.
were
I
you?
think, I'm an optimist.
Yeah.
Just
Where,
remember that.
where were you?
I think that's a good way to look at
Where
it.
was I?
Yeah,
I was actually at work when it happened.
Wow.
And I just didn't know what was happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I completely
Like,
understand.
because I had no idea. I'd never experienced this before. I never like this. I didn't grow up with anxiety. I didn't grow
Right.
up
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
any kind of disorder like
Yeah.
that. And so basically, when it happened, all of a sudden my jaw locks up, and I'm like, my jaw's never locked up.
Yeah.
Ever,
Wow.
Right. And so
Interesting.
then all of a sudden, like I feel kind of like this weird. It has like almost no sensation, but it's kind of like this like impending
Sense
something's
of doom?
gonna- Yeah.
I was literally about to say
I know.
impending sense
I
of doom.
know.
Interesting.
And like, you know, I'm a pretty like well-versed guy when it comes to information. So I like look it up, and of course it's like cancer, you're gonna die, heart
Yeah,
attack,
nightmare.
Literally, you're already dead. We have your casket on the way to you, and I'm just like,
WebMD says
yeah,
a corpse
no,
is typing this.
I'm usually pretty good because I'm a generally healthy guy, pretty fit, but like,
Whoa, that's an understatement. If you're on audio, if you're listening on audio, check out the YouTube and just.
Notice how he used correct terminology? He's a casket, not coffin.
We had a
wait. Is
We
it
actually no. There is a difference.
What's
to
the word?
shape.
What's her profession? We had a
Mortuary
mortician.
science.
We had a
Yeah, the
mortician.
She
We had a
studied.
mortician
She
on.
studied mortuary sciences.
Oh wow.
So there's a
So,
difference
yeah.
between a coffin and a casket.
Yeah,
So
the coffin is
you
the-
used it properly. So
and you used it properly.
Proceed.
Commending you. Proceed.
everything you do is important.
Okay, thank you. Stop. I'm not flexing. Yes, I am. Here we go.
I'm not flexing.
Fucking kangaroo, bro. No.
So anyway, regarding my panic attack.
So yeah, the panic attack. So basically, it was kind of like the weirdest thing because I never felt with it, and there's kind of like a deeper meaning, and there's a
Okay.
deeper, sadder story that I won't get into today.
Okay.
But there was like
Good.
it was basically like someone else that I knew probably thought the same thing that I was thinking. Like, dude, this doesn't make sense. Like, it's not my time, and then it was right.
That's really sad.
So for me, it was like, why take that risk, right? And so
Interesting.
as much as I was trying to like calm myself down, be like, dude, like, you're good, there was always the other half of the brain that was like,
I'm sorry to
maybe.
hear that.
So anyways, yeah, long story short, I go to the ER, $1,300, cha-ching, right? Everything, they're like, you're great, you're perfect. Then like nothing's wrong, like can see nothing, you're all
Wow.
great.
Interesting.
And literally the moment they said that, I'm like,
Everything
I'm
went
just
away.
like, The fog cleared?
All the pain in my chest, like everything,
That's so-
Wow.
went away like that. And you know what? To this day, it's crazy. Like I haven't felt anything like that. So yeah, of course, yeah, it was kind of like I don't want to say a waste of money, but like I knew the doctors were like, I'm sorry, man. But like,
Damn.
you know,
That
like,
sucks.
they knew, I knew.
It's just
I was
the
paying for it.
process.
Yeah, it's
They
just the
kinda wanna-
process. But so yeah, that's why I was in the ER. But on a side note, I got to talk to you guys about this because they did a blood test, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
I did a blood test, make sure all my blood levels are great. Everything's great except one thing. Y'all ready for this?
Hit me. Low testosterone.
Wow.
Am I right?
No, but yes. So everything was normal levels within its ranges except testosterone, but it wasn't low.
It was high.
It was so fucking high. My doctor
Really?
goes, "Have you ever experimented with steroids?"
Oh my God.
And now
Wait.
the audio listeners, please listen to me.
Were you
I
offended?
do not. Do not do steroids. I swear to God, I'll beat your ass. No. I'm sorry. Okay, back.
I fucking dare for you to
I will break this fucking mic right now. And pretend it's your neck. No, okay. So like, I'm gonna tell you. Right
Crushed frogs because they were
So-
crawling against my window.
So like again, kind of jumping back to my earlier statement, pretty pretty fit guy, definitely natural. I've never experienced with storms. I never played with that stuff.
No
because,
tren?
Like nope, never. I
Trendy
don't even
thing
know
is
what that is.
possible.
Like
You know what
actually,
tren is?
I think
Okay.
I've heard of it. I think I've
Trenbolone
heard of it.
acetate.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Wait, no,
I've
you
heard
know
of
what trend is because I told you. We've had this conversation before.
Okay,
Sorry.
is that what it is?
Yes.
I was gonna say I know I've heard it, but like I've never experimented with any of that. But it's so funny. My doctor's looking at me and she goes, you know, because on the black. After I said no, I was like, oh yeah, no, definitely not. I promise. And then she goes, well, because you know the stuff that you find on the black market. Like she was convinced.
Oh my god.
My testosterone levels were so high that she was convinced.
Interesting.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And I was like, I was offended, but I didn't want to get too mad
What a
because that might just
compliment.
mean that I'm on steroids. So like I was like, you're raising my testosterone.
Oh, what's that? You've never experimented? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Hey. According to what I'm reading right here, the diagnostic chart says you're a Sigma male.
Yeah, Sigma male. Also, Brian, is it okay if I call you small balls? I'm gonna call you small balls because there's no way you're
Well, they are,
natty.
but there's no reason. There's no way that that's the reason.
That's a
you know?
coincidence.
That's just a coincidence. I promise you.
Yeah.
Like if I could put this on anything and everything, like even for like again for you audio listeners, like I don't look like I do steroids. I don't do steroids. I've never done that. But it's one of the.
Cut to 3 months. Hey,
Hold on. I heard Kashi's little laugh. What's wrong?
No, it's funny because if I got told that, I would be so flattered.
yeah, no.
No. Yes, but no.
No,
Like,
it's literally in a medical
In
sense. So
in retrospect, you're a giga Chad. Like in every sense of the way. It's
So
not
hear me out.
helping me.
Hear me
It's
out.
not helping
No, check it out. Hear me out. So if I went to Walgreens and I went to go get Tums,
Yeah.
the smoothie kind, because those are so fucking delicious. I pop those Tums like they're freaking kettle corn. They're so good.
Dude, I'm so glad that you said kettle corn. I hate popcorn, but I love kettle corn.
Right? Okay. So if I went to Walgreens and this guy saw my car and he's like, yo, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it's a 2010 Hyundai Elantra. And he's like, dude, this car is so sweet. And then he pops the hood and he's like, dude, did you get this tricked out? I'm like, no, dude. He's like, this is just how your car is.
You
I'm like,
popped
yeah.
your hood, or you?
If I
popped it?
pop my hood for him.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, whoa, this car is super sick. I don't do anything to my car. This is a super hyper specific analogy. And then
As
I
Chris does.
and then I went to a car show and then I popped the hood and those guys are like, no, dude, you altered this. And I'll be like, no.
it's
Yeah,
stock.
what the fuck?
Your car is me.
Yeah.
and those people are the doctor. I get it.
So
I get it.
no. So you go to a gym and they're like, "There's no way you're natty," and you're like,
I'm
"I am."
totally natty.
And they're like, "Dude, hell yeah!" But you go to the doctors and they have your fucking medical and everything about you
Yeah.
that you don't even know.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
you're like,
That was my first blood test ever, by the way.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
He's
you
just athletic.
exactly. No. But
Just
so
takes
my
care of
point
himself
being
like that.
my point being there are people that
Yeah.
are just like, dude, hell yeah, dude. I believe that you're natural and
Oh, yeah,
and good for you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah, like.
Yeah.
I've never been asked.
No. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so actually, let me just go put everyone on a level playing field here.
Yeah.
Because not every one of us is medically
I have low testosterone.
yeah. Well, so really,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
really, like
Yeah.
low, or
Yeah,
just
low,
like
low.
just
No,
a few points out.
Do you find that from how'd you find that out?
Like blood test.
blood test.
You,
I-
where do you just go?
I went to the doctors about my big old man titties.
Ah.
Okay.
And it just
For the
Where?
audio, can you jiggle your titty again so the audio?
Into the
I'm
mic.
gonna zoom
There it is.
digital zoom right
No.
here.
He's actually a fit guy, guys.
I'm
so-
I'm in
Yeah,
pretty good
he's a fit
shape.
guy.
No, but so like right when I started getting in like really good shape, I didn't notice any difference in my chest, and I literally was like, "Can you guys like test for gynecomastia?"
Oh, I see. Okay, that's
And,
fair.
Okay.
and so they're like, okay, well, we could check your. So my estrogen levels are high and my testosterone levels are low. And wait,
Did you ask questions about that?
yes, I was very curious. So they literally just prescribed me testosterone. They gave me 10 needles and they gave me. So
up. Really?
I injected testosterone for 10 weeks last year. And my acne got god awful.
Yeah.
And I never got angry, but
you
I
got a
saw no
beard.
difference.
Well, because it's not steroids; it's just testosterone.
yeah, it's
Yes.
it's straight testosterone. I didn't know actually. You might have a point there. My beard did come in kind of mean last year, but I didn't notice my chest did not change at all,
Yeah.
at all.
'Cause it's-
And
so now is that why you think you still have like that tissue?
I don't know. I've been changing the types of workouts I've been doing. I've been doing a lot more cable flies instead of like dumbbell presses.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like
Dips.
I beat the shit out of a couple post office workers, so I stopped taking the testosterone.
that offends me.
Oh yeah.
He used to be
Oh,
a post office.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
so sorry.
shit.
Is there any?
I was a mailman.
Is there anything you wanted to touch on
With a
regarding
killer
the
stash. What?
Is there anything you want to touch on on the hospital thing or is it?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, like
So-
sorry. Yeah, before we move
No,
on,
wrap that up
or-
because
yeah,
I
wrap it up.
I have a segue.
Floor is
So
yours.
let's segue it because just to put everyone on a level playing field, it was like, again, not to be not a hypochondriac or anything, but
Okay.
I was just like, what do you mean they're like super high? And she was like, yeah, black market, they're steroids, they're not good for you. And I was like, oh, great, I don't have to worry about that.
I'm glad.
I promise you, like, you could tell me the worst thing and not like nothing in my life would change because I haven't done anything like that. So I was just like, okay, I appreciate where you're coming from, but like, yeah. And so she was just like, well, I'm just saying the high is 680 something, and she was like, you're at 1,089.
Dog. No, it's not. How old are you?
Dude, that's what I thought.
No,
I was
it's
like, there's
not.
no way because like if,
The standard is like
1,000.
900 is like average.
I thought it was yeah. So I looked it up afterwards. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, based on what
the fuck?
scale? Because like I literally
900 is cruise control. Yeah.
So okay, well that makes me feel better, but
Yeah.
also like I looked it up and it was like 1,070 is like the high.
Okay.
Right? Because I typed in athletic male,
Yeah.
different than a sedentary man.
That's hard,
right?
yeah.
So I was just like, and then it was like 1,070. Now I'm still 1,089, but that's 19 points out, not 300 points.
Yeah,
out.
Yeah,
So-
that's not a
exactly.
crazy deviation.
Yeah.
right, exactly. The deviation there is like less significant.
I
So-
also I went to school for business administration for like 16 weeks.
yeah, and I'm also like a younger. No shit. What? Wait, what?
And I also have a platinum Costco card.
I would know.
I got pre-selected for like a Quicksilver card once.
Did you really?
Sure.
That's cool. I got
thinking about applying
I
for
got
a credit
approved for
card.
I got approved for a Capital One card, and I was like, yo, I got to look into this. And I was like, oh, literally everyone gets this. I thought it was so cool.
It
Anyway,
was my first credit card. Okay, keep going.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you something, Alton, and for the listeners that don't really know about this. If a 50-year-old blue-collar guy, if a plumber who was born in, let's just say Little Rock, he was born
Colorado?
Arkansas.
in Arkansas.
Cool. Hey, for everyone out there.
Are you joking?
I'm really bad at
I
geography.
thought you were joking. Are you fucking for real? You're thinking Rocky Point. They both have rock. It's
In
okay.
Mexico.
It's okay.
wait, no. Rocky Point is Mexico.
No,
Hold on.
there's a
You said
Rocky
Little
Point.
Rock?
Little
Colorado.
Rock. Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah, that's why in Zombieland.
I could try and say I was thinking of Boulder, Colorado, but
Boulder?
Boulder's not a little rock. So I'll figure out a way to save my ass
Title.
later.
Yeah.
I'll figure out a way to save my ass. Keep with your story. I'll figure out a way.
Boulder is not Little Rock.
Yeah. No, in Meteor, Kansas.
Fuck you. Continue your story.
Okay. So there's
I'm gonna get real fucking mad right now.
I swear to Christ. Don't call me small balls.
Stop. I'm turning red.
There's a plumber from Little Rock, Arkansas, and he's been a plumber for 22 years, and he loves his job. He put 3 kids through high school, and he looks at Marcos and myself, and he hates me because in the last 4 years, I've had 11 jobs, and Marcos has had 2. So he loves Marcos, and he hates me. And you're one of the few people that's older than us that has a more similar tale to mine. Because everyone I know has been in the exact same field of work, if not company,
Oh, I see.
except for you. If I
Right.
talk to anyone old, like within 10 years older than me, all of them are like, yo, I've been doing this for as short as 5 years. Whether it's not this, it's like this industry, this field, this type thing, you know? Because in the past 10 months, I've had 4 jobs.
Yeah.
Shipping and receiving, retail, sales, and now I'm doing pest control.
Yeah.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
You've done a lot too.
Absolutely.
Would you be willing to tell me about that?
Yeah, I think that we're both afraid of commitment and we have serious issues. No, I'm kidding. So
Weirdly deep.
No, I can't even take the credit for this one, but it explains you and I in that sense. It explains it to a T. So there's.
Please tell me it's Joe Rogan.
It's not. It's not. I'm so sorry that I can't even give credit to the lady. It's a lady. She did a TED Talk on it. But are you ready for this word?
Hit me.
Multi-potentialite.
I feel so empowered right now. I'm not even joking.
No, when I watched this talk, I was actually
Jack of all trades.
It's
smarter.
I feel so empowered.
No,
Multi-potentialite.
Yeah, multi-potentialite.
It's
like
you can
grew
do
up,
whatever you want.
yes, at
You
any
just-
time.
So you feel not obligated to one thing.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so it's kind of
Take
like,
me there. Take me there.
Yes. I'll kind of like summarize, and I apologize to this woman if I mislead anything. But basically, there's people that grow up and they say like, hey, like we were always born like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
And what that means
One
is like
thing.
you pick one thing.
Yeah.
And you got to pick, and we start picking what, junior high?
Astronauts,
Maybe even,
yeah.
You even take tests for this goddamn thing,
Yeah.
right? And there's like little tests, and it's like, hey, you're gonna be a like, do you like to garden? Like little tiny words. It's basically
like
it's like a personality test, but for jobs.
Emily Wapnick.
Is that it?
Emily,
You looked it up?
Emily Wapnick.
Yeah, honestly, because you're like me, I'd watch it. It gives you a little bit of
Insight.
It makes you feel a little bit better. Because I always thought like, man, like there's so many different things I want to do. Even in school, even in college, I was like, I'm not going to follow this one degree plan because I like 8 of the classes.
Exactly.
And I hate the rest. But
Exactly.
I like these classes. And
Yeah.
I want to learn. I'm paying for it. I want to learn this. I want
Yeah.
to learn that. And so a multi-potentialite. I will say, it's a harder life. If you ask me, unless you got the cash flow behind it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now that it's a harder life because the longer you dedicate yourself to something, the more you're gonna, the higher you're gonna go. Like in that one area, the higher you're gonna go, the more you're gonna make, like the more you're gonna feel financially secure, and you feel more secure because you have that seniority. But I will say that like our little light bulb is that like people grow up picking one thing. We are wired to want to do many things.
Yeah. Marcos is also. Would you consider yourself that?
A multi-potentialite.
I just think that he. First of all, I love that. That's like I feel like I could run through a brick wall right now. Yeah.
I think if we're comparing me and you,
Yeah.
if it's from a purely comparative standpoint, then no, I wouldn't call myself that.
No. I was just talking about because like I'm not like you. Thank you for what you just did.
Yeah.
You
'Cause-
changed. No, you literally just changed Chris.
Yeah. No. Well, no.
He's gonna watch that like 8 times a night.
Well, because it's funny because one of the things that said like to kind of actually negate one of the things that he said, where it's like, when you get really good at one thing and you work your way up in a company or whatever, like that's how you make the big bucks or whatever. But a guy like me, like I'd rather be a little bit good at everything.
Right.
On Reddit a couple months back, it was like, what's the most underrated everyday superpower? And someone said, what if you could be average at everything? Table tennis, average. Base jumping, average. Speaking Arabic, average.
So
Everything.
this actually ties into a story. So I was at work recently. So right now I work in the hospitality industry, and I do love it because it allows me to interact with humans. I get stories and
Could you be a little bit more specific on the genre?
the hospitality. So I work.
It's not like lodging. It's like
Right, yeah. So I work at a resort style
There we
hotel.
go. Thank you. Sorry, I
and
just
so
that's
we
all I
focus-
wanted.
Yeah, we focus highly on like guest satisfaction, fun, like a lot of things like that. And I'm actually part of one of the departments that regulates all of that, like the fun, like the ideas
Yeah.
and everything. So I actually have a lot of fun at work right now. But I will say that like going from hospitality during like the pandemic times, I would hit
I was a mailman, so that was the joke earlier.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I was a mailman.
Yeah. So when I made the joke about beating up all the post office workers, Alton was like, "Yo, watch it."
Yeah, but you know what? We actually do get beat up. There's so many stories, dude. I have like stories on top of stories.
No, no.
Yeah, we get beat up. Like we get threatened on the streets. Like it's so crazy. We get treated really nicely by some, and then by others, we get literally threatened.
I'm sure you never got threatened.
No, I got threatened.
Did you?
I got threatened.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's actually the day before I ended up quitting because.
Wow.
It's a story. Like I'm saying, I have
Run
a lot
with
of
it.
stories. But
Would you be willing to tell
let's
us?
run with it.
Please tell us.
Okay. So as a postman,
Strapping in.
Yeah. As a
Good
postman,
grief.
I'll tell you what happened. So as a postman, you are, or as a postwoman, as a mail carrier. Let's put it that way.
Mail
right?
carrier.
So as a mail carrier is actually the
MAIL.
term, right? You are supposed to walk through people's yards. I'm going to tell you that right now. So if you have a nice yard. Tough luck. No, I'm just kidding. If you have a nice yard, just go ahead and you put up a sign that says "Don't walk through my yard," right? And then, and then we won't.
Don't walk on the grass.
Don't walk on the grass. Don't walk on my flowers. Honestly, I couldn't see if a mail carrier walks on flowers, you're an asshole.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
grass is completely different area.
And I've been accused of that. You just walked on my flowers, and I was like, bro, I couldn't even crush a butterfly if I wanted to. Like I got the testosterone of a fucking mountain, and I couldn't even fight a butterfly.
Yeah.
Like,
But I ripped the tree out of your yard for talking to you
I ripped the tree out of the yard, and I'll fuck you. I'll get really angry. But no, honestly,
really angry. I love that movie.
I thought it was the Pocahontas tree because it's problematic.
But honestly, like if you know a little bit about me, like I wouldn't have it in me to be like, oh, I'd be like, these are flowers. I'm not going to crush them. You know what I mean? Like that's just who I am. Like I'm very like
just
I would
general
never step on
nature.
flowers. But I've been accused of that. But no, I'll tell you what happened. So I was walking through this guy's yard, and I've done this route many times.
Yeah.
And it's a walking route. And in walking routes, if I went down and up every driveway in a square fashion, I'd be there like
20 minutes extra.
no, not even. I'd probably be there like 30 minutes. And then if you're doing 18 streets, like, you know what I mean? Like, I had huge walking routes when I was a mail carrier. But what I'm saying is like we are told to walk across the lawn until told otherwise, if that makes sense.
That's cool.
Okay, yeah,
And
literally
I completely understand.
Do it and then ask for forgiveness. Type
Right,
of deal.
yeah, exactly.
mentality.
We are going to do it because there's so much mail. Like it's
My brother
very,
right now is a delivery driver for a company that works with Amazon. So he drives like box trucks and those buses and things like that. He says like he does routes like that every single day.
With how efficient and mass scaled it is, I don't get how anyone could complain. The fact that I could pick the most specific. If I ordered surfboard wax right now, it'd be here tomorrow.
That vendor is in New Jersey.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, that vendor is in Florida.
So continue.
Yeah. Oh no. So basically, I was walking across this guy's yard, and it caught me so off guard because again, I'd be listening to music. This is against the rules, but I'd be listening to music. No.
Oh, bad boy.
No.
I'm pretty sure
I didn't say that. It's the government. Remember, the post office is the government. So chill.
Government.
No, I'm just kidding.
The government hates music.
So I was walking across this guy's yard, and like
I was listening to Led Zeppelin, so it's okay.
right. So
Dad rock.
So I had done this route actually many times. And so what happened was that one day I'm walking across the lawn, and this guy just fucking drop kicks the fucking door open. The screen door just drop kicks it open, and I was like, you know what's crazy? With a man with 1,089 testosterone, I was like, man, I was like, this man really wants his mail. You know, I was like, this man finna get a check.
My Aunt Judith writes me every August 12th.
Dude, I'm telling you right now. So like, what's so crazy is I was in such like a little like peppy, happy
little bubble.
boy.
Your little bubble, yeah.
I was like, oh, he really wants his mail. So I kind of did this like little twirl. I promise you, I was the best fucking mailman. So I did like this little twirl. I kind of like as I was walking backwards,
rolled the package off your back.
Exactly. As I was walking away, I was like handing out the mail to him, and I was just like bobbing and weaving to my jam. You know what I mean? And he's just like, I just saw it in his face, right? So like.
Don't call USPS a snail.
No,
Here I am
He
with
like-
your mail.
Yeah.
And he's
I love
Kubrick
that.
staring
Love
at
that.
the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
I need my Reader's Digest
So
now.
So he's like shouting something. He's
Reader's Digest.
he's like shouting, right?
I got that.
Oh no.
And then Alton's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
You know what? Actually, it's. I mean, it's pretty. Like I'll tell you right now, it's always the. I don't want to say it, but like the older it's like the older
guys.
people.
Fuck old people.
Fuck
old
geriatric.
Dude,
Fuck old people.
I'm gonna do that. too. That's a lot of testosterone coming at you.
Listen to if you're listening to this right now, go back an episode, and we went on a 25-minute tirade.
Okay.
We are normally so nice. But
Every HOA lady, every bitch in who's like, that's a reserved parking spot, sir. I'm like, I will
literally.
you'll go missing.
It brings forth the deepest evocation of rage.
Yeah, sorry,
It's
so
just
proceed.
Proceed.
No,
So
I
you
love
said
this
you had a
whole
stupid
people
old
thing.
guy.
The floor is yours.
I just want to go deck my fucking grandma. Right now.
Oh, no.
No, it was a joke. 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 I would never do that, Grandma Marilyn. I love you. You're such a precious.
I thought you
woman.
said Maryland, like the state. I'm like, that's
Almost.
a really cool name.
Almost.
I want
Minus
to.
the
I want to
D,
name
yeah.
my daughter Nebraska now. Sorry,
Nebraska?
proceed.
Okay, so this guy comes out. He's like, and I see it in his face. He's obviously disgruntled.
You want another one?
So yes, please.
Disgruntled.
So he's obviously disgruntled, and so I'm like, what the hell? And I take out my headphone, and he's like, you walk across my lawn again, I will beat your ass. I'll have my dog come out and chew your fucking leg off. Now, I'm sorry, but like, I'm gonna tell you right now that my mind immediately went logistic. Instead of like emotional, I went logistic, and so I was just like, "Hey, sir, like if your dog attacks me, we'll never be able to deliver mail to your house again until you move, or you put the dog down." And I said, and that would do the dog a very injustice because I'm pretty sure we love your dog more than you.
And you said that.
Yeah.
You said that?
Yeah.
I was joking.
No, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's hard as fuck.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now,
Literally.
he came at me, and like what's crazy is that I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sorry. Mail carriers, it's not a fun job.
No, it's not.
It's not a fun job.
No.
You work solo. You work 8
Can I-
hours a day. You go. You do your shit. You go home. But like, it's very simple, and I did love it
It
for a
was
while.
not 8 hours. You were there way longer
Oh,
than
dude,
that.
I was way there more than 8 hours. But it's different. So like, but anyways, so there's so much stress, and they want to get rid of this term, but going postal.
That's hard.
Going postal.
That's because there was like, you know.
Oh wait,
shooting.
that's like shooting up a school or
it's
something.
like-
yeah.
But not school. But not schools.
Place.
But yeah. there
You've
was,
never
like,
heard that?
no. I've never
Going
actually heard of
postal is like basically there was like there's like multiple stories. Actually, there's one recent, unfortunately. I'll tell you it's unfortunate because it like I'm a decent guy, but there was some times where I was like, I'm gonna do some shit. You know? I promise you, like it brings you down to like the core, and you're just like, I wonder how I can get away. No, I'm just kidding. So what happened is
We've
that-
been there.
Yeah.
So you know,
That's retail.
that's the difference.
Everybody gets.
No, dude. 2023. That shit going retail. You're right there.
yeah,
It's the same shit.
dude. Retail. Yeah. Anyways, so I said that. I said, if you have your dog come out and buy me, we'll never be able to deliver mail to you again. You'll actually have to pay monthly because we'll have to get you a little mailbox at the post office. And I was like, and until you put the dog down or you leave, we will never deliver mail to this house again because of that. So I was
hard.
just like, so I wouldn't do that.
You just checked him with consequences.
Literally. I didn't say
Logistical
anything that was
consequences.
wrong.
Hey, sir,
No.
I'm not threatening you. Let me tell you about something.
Why you shouldn't do
let me
this.
tell you something about cause and effect.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
When the consequences is presented right
Yep,
in front of you,
exactly,
people
yeah.
are less likely to
If
do
you
the thing.
spray paint on that electric box right now, it is 3 months jail time.
I have an analogy.
No,
for
exactly.
after
I did not
this.
threaten the man
Yeah.
until I
No,
did.
no.
Until I did.
Nice.
So he said, he's like, fine, then I'll just beat your ass. And I stopped. I stopped and I said, you 60-year-old bag of potatoes. I said, you throw a hand at me, you'd be the last thing you ever did. And you know that. Look at me. Look at you.
You
Now-
said that?
Yeah. And I said, no. You know what's crazy? I feel like I must have been Mr. Krabs walking backwards because I never stopped walking backwards. I never stopped walking. So as a mail carrier, do you know who you're most afraid of?
Who?
The fucking clock, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's hard.
You're afraid of the clock. Like
Late
I would
stage
never
capitalism.
I would never look at the clock and be like, "Oh, dude, I got 4 hours left." I'd be like, I'm looking at the clock and be like, "Holy crap, I only got 3 hours left." You know,
Yeah, all the way.
Dude, they put the worker on. They put the work on those people. So, anyways, so literally, I never stopped
That's so
walking
sick,
backwards.
though.
But like, that's the thing. I was like cackling, smiling. I started being real smug at the end.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And so like, he was like, "Well, then I'll find people to stake you out and beat your ass."
That's insane.
And that was the threat. That was the threat where I was just like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because as a mailman, as a mail carrier, you walk the same goddamn road every day.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm in a white little truck. You know exactly where I'm at.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I don't like that because things could happen.
You know
Yeah.
exactly where I'm at. No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
no,
saying.
exactly.
So I
That's
was
how I
like-
feel about my pest control van. It's got my
You're-
big
yeah,
ass
yeah.
company
You're
name on the
literally
side.
subsidizing my demise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're plotting
absolutely.
against me in every aspect.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
exactly.
beat your ass now.
And that actually, and he was like, I'll have people waiting you out. And I was like, oh shit, like that could be real, you know? So I was just like, this isn't a one me versus him anymore. It's more like he's going to have people. And honestly, he could have been full of shit. Maybe
He
But
was.
honestly, yeah.
Oh,
he
you know,
probably-
trying to flex power.
Here's my thing. He was.
I risked that though.
But he said that.
Yeah, no, but he's still with malicious
You
intent.
took us there.
Yeah.
We were where we were.
You could have told me to
You
stop
took
on your
us
grass.
there.
I would
Yeah.
have been apologetic and said,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
now
it's
I
not-
know.
It's not like I stepped up to him, right?
Yeah,
I was always
exactly.
walking
It's literally-
backwards.
yeah.
I was always walking backwards.
I also still love the thought of like hey, and my Alton's like,
Dude, I promise you,
vibing.
that's exactly what I was vibing the whole
Yeah.
time until I realized he was upset, and I was like, "Excuse me, sir." Like, and I was like, "Do I have to get smart with you?" Like, you know what I mean? So
I'm
and-
sorry, sir. Didn't mean to give you a bone to pick. Maybe perhaps I can offer you an envelope to lick. And then you walk away and moonwalk out. And
I do love that. I never said sorry though.
good for you.
Yeah.
You heal it away.
Anyways, long story short, I'm gonna wrap this up. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. But long story short, that same day, I was like, well, now I gotta call my supervisor and say, hey, this guy's not getting mail delivered, and I don't feel comfortable delivering to his house because I don't know if he's gonna be true or not, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna take that risk because things were happening, you know.
Yeah.
So I was just like, hey, this person, they're calling me on the phone, it's great, whatever. In this process, I forgot that I had put a little piece of mail up on the top of this little box. Because I was on the phone, I was handling a lot mentally,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and that little piece of mail was reported missing. They found it, they gave it to the person, but because it was reported missing, it was like, Mr. Alton, we're gonna write you up. And I was like, for all that, I do so much. Are you
Yeah.
really gonna write me up for something like that? I was
No.
like, really? And then they were like, well, we'll discuss your job later. And I was like, we
Yeah.
don't have to discuss.
Maybe
nothing.
that's what it is.
Adios, motherfucker.
Maybe that's what it is.
And I walked
Calling a
out.
bluff?
No, that's what I'm saying.
And I walked
Maybe that's
out.
what
Calling
it
a
is.
bluff.
The second someone hangs a write up over my head, I'm like,
Because you're a
Fuck
great worker.
you.
Because
No,
you're a
that's what I'm
great
saying.
worker.
Exactly.
That's where I take it.
so like at my job now, they said to me, hey dude, if you hit a car in a work van, you are fired. Okay? That's the way it is. If we're talking to you a certain way, if a resident talks to you in a certain way, and you stand the fuck up for yourself, we could talk about that. If you hit a car in the work van, you are fired. So like they made the line very clear, and I'm genuinely grateful for that. That's what, like, I'm happy that like there was a guideline on like, here's what we're okay with, here's what I'm not okay with.
Yep.
Someone close to me told me a story about like they were at the bank and this old motherfucker just got in his face, and I was so intrigued by the story because that just doesn't happen to me. And it is because of my size.
I
And
think
it-
I inherently dodge some of that too because people get very hostile
Yeah.
about what's attached to their hip. This little thing right here. This is your business. This is your money. This is your everyday connection to the
Completely.
real world now.
It's a cellular phone.
Yeah, it's a cellular telephone. And if I
hard.
am appearing
Very
to be
nice.
in your way about this, we can talk about it.
Yeah,
That's
I completely understand.
I've had guys yell at me before, but they've
Yeah.
never bucked up.
Oh yeah, no. So that's my thing though. Is you guys will disagree with this, and everyone listening and watching will disagree with this because you know me. If you do not know me and you never heard of me and you see me walking down the street, I do look not nice. I won't say mean, but you're like, I'm not gonna go randomly pick a fight with that guy.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'm short enough that you just might.
basically, I'm super big on
But my
respect.
testosterone's high, so back the fuck up.
Don't call me small balls.
That's in the
I am
barbarian
a walking
range.
cauliflower.
So-
Don't you forget that.
I'm weirdly grateful about that I work the company that I do because everything is so well documented, and I'm very big on you don't get to talk to me that way. Do not speak to me that way. I'm super big on that with strangers and especially in my workplace. So there's an older lady, and I go to her house, swing the door open. It's 2:02, and her window said noon to 2. 2:02. You were supposed to be. The back gate's unlocked. You can spray. Slams it on my face. All right, fine. I sprayed. She gets that one. That's the way I saw it. And I went back. She's bi-monthly. I had to wait 63 days. I waited. I counted down the days. I was ecstatic. I was foaming at the mouth.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Nice.
And
Never miss.
and I waited and I waited and I pest elimination.
I wish you would be eliminated.
And
She tried to look for
and
it.
She had nothing to say.
Yeah.
And I went, "Is the side gate unlocked?" She said, "Well, last time I had to wait for you." And I said, "I completely understand. Have a great day." And I left.
I love that, actually.
And she called my company, and my company called me, and they were like, "What are you doing? Why'd you leave?" And I was like, "Because she complained.
Yep.
Why would I do that?" And it's petty as fuck. And I know I'm a Gen Z loser that doesn't want to work and doesn't want to pay for anything, but fuck. I don't know. It's shit like that. Also, I'm a very good fighter. And that's one of the other
Are
issues.
you telling me that you would have threw hands with this old
No,
lady?
not
beat
her.
up
No,
an
no,
old
no,
lady?
not her.
All right.
But
That's
no,
it. This
not
is
her.
it.
But like there are certain
Throw in the ring.
There are certain interactions where I'm just like, dog, like
Just because I need the money, I'm putting my money on her. I want the smaller betting on.
that's so scary.
Yeah,
Because no, if she would have started punching me in the face as hard as she could, I don't know what I would have done.
You would have cried. You high estrogen woman.
Exactly.
No,
The
I'm
second-
kidding.
You know what would happen? Your face would have moved. You'd be like, I don't know why you're doing
Yeah,
this. please."
yeah, exactly.
right.
Oh yeah, contact my HR department. Do that, you old hag. Oh my gosh! Like I would switch
No.
up so hard.
You know what I saw?
Hit me.
There was a video of a guy. There was a video of like a guy recording Post Malone, and he was doing like a fan meetup, and he was like signing stuff for people. And he goes, "You a bitch, Post Malone. You suck." And then Post Malone's face went. He went. He literally was like.
He took offense to it.
No, he literally was like, "That's really rude," and
Yeah.
then just went back to signing stuff for people, and he handled it like a champ.
That's hard.
So like that.
Chris,
made
I
me-
love that.
Chris
I love
Pratt
that.
did something similar, where except he took it to a little bit of a higher level.
Yeah.
Where Chris Pratt was walking to his van and he hears some shit. He you could tell he was like
thinking about it.
he heard it.
Yeah.
Got in the back of the car that he was getting into, rolled the window down. He's like, "Hey, you really shouldn't say stuff like that." Well, he's like, "Is that a cross on your shirt?
Mm-hmm.
You're wearing a cross on your shirt, and you still said that? Hey, that's really not nice, man. And you shouldn't say that."
Challenge your faith.
Car drove off. I'm just like, wow. He took it to a whole nother level.
So I'm a mouthy replier.
I got that impression. Absolutely.
And I know I need to stop. But like it sounds like these other people are great. Would you say that you're a mouthy replier?
So I check people. I will shut that shit down. I will nip it in the bud. You get one.
That's a good point.
It's literally, for me, it's like, I will give you the world. I will give you everything, all of my knowledge, all of my
Yeah.
expertise for free. Literally, I will just help you because of
Yeah.
just the sake of karma.
At the s- yeah.
I like the fact that you're seeking out help because of an issue that you're having.
At the start of your interaction, he would have been like, "Just stop, dude." And
Yeah.
He would have been like,
Dude, I
okay.
love
Yeah,
that.
no. You know what
Hang out
happened?
with you.
Somebody was talking about a.
I'm like, oh yeah.
I love that. Yeah, somebody was talking about how like a call center was over in India, like Indonesia, and they had something to say about that. They're like, I hate talking to people like that, and I hate just the fact that like you can't ever understand them through their accents and stuff. And I was like checking, I was typing, and I went, hey, I grabbed their phone and I put it back on the table, and I was like, hey, don't say things like that. I was like, hey, I was like, I don't find that funny. I was
Yeah.
like, these people have jobs too. I was like, I'm sorry. Do you still want me to check this in, or is there going to be like something? And then I was like, I'll refuse service because you're being a bad person.
That's
you're
one
being
of the
mean.
That's one of the advantages that you have too, because they come to you.
Yeah, no. You come to me for
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
I hold
you,
that.
You want to leave,
And you're going to be a
Leave.
bad person.
If you walk out right now,
Your issue is unsolved.
It literally doesn't affect me.
Oh my god, I'm gonna take this table and I'm gonna flip it upside down. Are you
Please,
ready?
please tell me. I'm
Okay.
so excited
so
for
sorry.
this.
So sorry. So you said they come to him, right?
Yeah.
And so
Over.
I have to just say this, and this is for my introverts out there, right? Okay, so as much as I like to be extroverted, I was kind of always born an introvert, right?
I understand.
Okay, so what happened? I was a bartender for a long time. Again,
Love
one
it.
of my multi-potentialites: mailman, bartender, electrician. Let's go down the list. Let's go.
106.
What are we doing?
Continue.
So that was one of the things. They were like, "Oh, you're so good with talking to people." And then like when I was like when women would come to the bar, it was like it was like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I would be like so suave, like, haha, sheep, kuka. You know what I mean?
Dog.
And so like, yeah, I was so good. And then like, I was so like, and they were like, oh, how are you? Like, I would have people like, how do you do that? And I'm just like, honestly, the bar is what does it. It's the bar.
Yeah.
I rely on the bar.
Absolutely.
They come to me.
Oh, completely.
If this was in another setting,
Completely.
and this same woman was sitting at the bar, I wouldn't know two things to say to her. I would be like, oh my God, I can't talk to that person.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Yeah.
She
you know what I mean?
needs
She
something
needs something
from me. Completely.
So what it does is it starts that little connection.
Yeah.
And it's like, I become a whole nother person because I'm like, I got rid of the whole first stage. So this goes to all you introverts out there. If somehow, and I know you can't, but like, somehow if you could get rid of that whole first stage,
Yeah.
you could be like amazing. I promise you. But like, it's so crazy because
yeah.
I don't know. Just what it made me think of. I was like,
I know. I completely understand.
I don't think it was being. I think it was more of my desire to be a lead than it was to
Yeah.
like actually. Then now that I am one, it's not actually that I am one. It was more the mentality of like, hey, people come to me for knowledge, and my team not only roots for me, which I
Yeah.
love, but it's like I'm building something here that I want to last. I want to have rapport with these people that come in
what's
every
the
day.
quote?
dude, this guy's a beast.
Oh, dude, there's a fucking quote. There's a quote out there. God
Dude, I
damn it.
love this guy's man.
It's from a philosopher.
I say this guy like I don't know you.
It's a Japanese
This guy over
philosopher.
here. What's your name again?
Marco.
Mama Marcos.
My boy. That's what it is.
I forget who it is. It's like a Japanese philosopher. I'll find it, but it says the greatest world
You
leaders.
found Amy Weinpert. What was her name? I will find your Japanese philosopher.
Emily Wapnick.
Emily Wapnick.
Emily Wapnick.
Shout out.
I will find. Yeah.
Featuring-
Actually, huge shout
Yeah,
out
yeah.
for us multi-potentialites.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's like a quote from some philosopher, and it's like the greatest world leaders and politicians recognize that they are planting a tree that will cast shade that they will never sit in. And you're just like,
That's a good quote. I like that.
I saw a quote. Check me out. So here's the thing. Someone in fucking 700 BC heard that or whatever. Obviously, I'm whatever. Someone like heard that. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty deep. That's really cool. Today, I had the exact same interaction in an Instagram comment section.
Okay.
And
I
it
found
was,
the quote.
Let's hear it.
I found the
Hit me,
quote.
hit me.
I found the
Let's
quote.
see it.
I'm so sorry. Before we get into that,
Whose is it?
is this right? Before I go further, a society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in.
Let's fucking go!
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Whose is it?
It's not Japanese.
Oh, it's Greek.
It's Greek.
It's the same
Greek. It's
thing.
Greek.
It's the
Okay,
same thing.
keep going. Yep, they're exactly the same.
Who?
If you know how to
It
speak
doesn't say
Greek,
who?
you know how to Japanese. Let me.
Jesus Christ! What the?
I just know that it wasn't
You
Japanese.
just looked up the ethnicity of it.
No, the moment it wasn't Japanese, I discredited you completely.
I completely. Hold on. I was like,
I didn't even know if it was going to be a man. I was like, there's probably.
I didn't
a
say
woman.
man. I didn't say man.
You did. You said.
I said Japanese.
You said it's Japanese.
You said
I said
Japanese.
I said a Japanese philosopher. That's all I said.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who it is. It's like a Japanese philosopher. I'll find it. Anyway, fucking loser.
It's a philosopher.
That's hard. Snap.
Oh, so real quick, I saw like a screenshot of a tweet that said the guy's version of "Let's Go" is just girls saying "slay."
I completely understand.
Oh.
I know 1,000%. I'm right there with you. Earlier, I actually made a rhyme with slay regarding the post office, and I can't remember what
I
it is.
didn't
right
want
now.
two of us on the phone, so I stopped.
Thank you. No, I was literally just gonna play the clip. Oh wait, no, the clip has nothing to do with it. But it was Odell Beckham Jr. to the Spider-Man audio. I don't know if you've heard the Spider-Man audio, but it's Green Goblin talking to Spider-Man on the rooftop.
Oh yeah, about heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and if you don't know what we're talking about, I know exactly where this video is at. 4, 3.
So
It's loading. It's loading.
2.
It's not loading. He's scrolling. I can see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's definitely.
I had it.
You didn't have it.
I did. Now I'm frustrated.
We're all frustrated.
It was on the left side.
Cheers.
Cheers, Alton.
Cheers.
What
And
are we
thank you
cheersing
for
to?
having me on your first podcast as a little intermission. Viewers, you can take a break because it's about to get real intense after this.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know. It's
My path, you chose the way of the hero. I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
So the top comment on
That was actually intense.
Willem Dafoe.
well,
Yeah.
no, but
Willem
if you also know the story
I heard
of
he's hung like a fucking jack horse.
well, if you also know the story of
I
Odell
don't know what a
Beckham,
jack horse is.
if you know the story of Odell Beckham on the Cleveland Browns, where like he was craving more touchdowns and shit like that, and like
Yeah.
he got robbed of that. But
Is that before you went to the Giants?
no, he got drafted by the Giants. He went Giants, Browns, Rams.
Oh.
The top comment on that post is, one day someone's going to make edits of me. And I've been carrying that around all fucking day. All fucking day. One day someone is going to make edits of me. So I feel like that Greek philosopher said a great society is one that will where
trees.
old
Trees
people
and shade.
plant seeds. One day someone is going to make edits of me, and I don't know why that rang so fucking loudly in my ears.
I think it's tough to say. Like, I don't know if I'd ever want, like, quote, a fan. I don't know. If
I understand.
Like
I know exactly.
I
what you
like
mean.
the idea. I don't like the idea of that in this context of like the podcast or anything like that. If this ever gains any like traction,
Yeah, of course.
wherever
I
it is.
completely
But
understand.
It already has.
it's like I just don't think like
Don't forget that.
like a fan sounds odd. It's like I'm sharing things with you.
Yeah.
I'm sharing things with you at the end of the day that you enjoy listening to, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
It's a mutual relationship.
Yeah, it's purely mutual.
I
at that
completely
point.
understand.
Like I think like and honestly like it's those people that we would invite on because
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
like, because it's like, hey,
Absolutely. I completely
don't put
understand.
me on any pedestal.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just like you.
yeah.
I'm just like you. That's what I'm saying.
I'm a guy.
I don't know why though. That rang so
Count my
loudly.
blessings.
And because I don't know, maybe it is the gym shit, maybe it is, I don't know, but like when I read that and there were 7 replies, there was like 36 likes, 7 replies, and all of them were like, yeah,
Hard.
wow,
Oh,
fire emojis,
Dub.
fire emoji, yep, dub,
ice cold with the
exactly,
with the sheesh
exactly,
face.
you have the sheesh face. But yeah, I don't know why. I wanted to share that with you guys.
Oh, I do love that.
I had a really quick story to tell to remind to remind myself of 20 years from now.
Oh, 20
I
years
have
from now.
something from now.
Please go.
Yeah. So Marcos today was listening. So I'll talk about just briefly my day, like with Sky and kind of what we did today, because it ties directly into what I was thinking.
Wait,
I love this.
I think I fucked it up. Sky, sorry. Continue.
So it was us talking about. So we went to Pangea, Land of the Dinosaurs. It was a little exhibit.
Never heard of that.
In the what is it called? The what's it called? The Arizona Boardwalk. Basically, it's just these animatronic dinosaurs. It was cool. General admission was $20. If you have $20,
What?
it's fun. But it's
I thought
not,
it was gonna be like a $70 thing.
It's not crazy. It's not
Okay.
crazy. It was $20 justified what I saw, and I thought the animatronics. I like it. I loved it. It was
Perfect.
fun.
Yeah.
The Phoenix Zoo had a cooler animatronic experience.
I understand, I understand.
I feel, but
Which is $70.
which was hard.
Yeah,
You know,
oh, yeah.
well, we went to Zoo Lights.
Is it like small business? Is it like small business?
I feel like it was small
Oh,
business.
okay,
But
so-
I love the effort that was put into it, and I think the exhibit is great.
I
For
love that.
kids, it's
Oh, I
awesome.
love that.
I would love to take my kids there someday.
It's mainly for like little kids, so the animatronics.
I don't have children.
You can tell that they're like they move kind of.
It's
clunky.
yeah, clunky, but it's like cool. These are remodels. These are what these are supposed to look like, and they give the actual like time
Yeah.
period, everything.
They know
knowledge.
their target audience.
Yeah, it's cool. I love it.
That's
it was
really
so
cool.
cute.
It
yeah,
is cool. Yeah.
And so I went there, and afterwards, I was just kind of like, 20 years from now, on the way back, we were listening to music, and I thought to myself, I was like, I'm gonna make a playlist. It's gonna be called "To Myself in 20 Years," and it's gonna be all the songs I'm gonna embarrass my children at cookouts because I'm gonna put this on, and I'm gonna be like, you don't know about that, Sean Kingston, beautiful.
Yeah. Oh,
Rihanna.
that? You're going that old?
Oh, dude,
Well,
I'm
no,
going
they
like,
can't be
no,
old
no.
for us though.
No, it has to be old for
No,
us.
it can be. But if
I'm on a whole different old level.
if I were making songs to embarrass my kids without a cookout, or when I'm coaching my 15-year-old daughter's volleyball team, I'm gonna play a song, and I'm gonna cancel it. Sorry. If I'm at a cookout in 20 years and my kids and I'm on aux and like all my kids and my 15-year-old daughter and her volleyball team there, certified freak, 7 days a week,
Did you say
wet
volleyball
ass
team?
pussy. I would coach. Yeah, that's actually something I'm really looking forward to is coaching my daughter in volleyball.
That'd be cool.
You mean forcing her into volleyball? Sounds like you've already got her life made up for her.
That's not even funny because you have no.
Just
Alton,
kidding, man.
Alton,
I didn't mean to do
Bryan,
that. I'm
you don't
sorry.
understand. If none of my kids play sports, I don't know what I'll have.
Not my kids.
As a dad, yeah, dude.
Get rid of my last name.
If I have a saxophone player,
Oh, dude, that's actually pretty dope.
Could they at least be baritone
No,
sax?
saxophone is actually
if I have
sexy sax.
here, check me out. Check me out.
Audience, please tell me if I'm wrong.
Eldest
Saxophone
daughter.
playing off the fucking balcony.
Tell us.
It's actually getting a lot of views.
That's
right
annoying as fuck. What are you
now. Yeah,
talking
for
about?
you old
no.
bat.
Yeah, but imagine on Bourbon Street how cool that
That would be pretty hard. If my eldest daughter plays the saxophone, my middle son, he's a computer science guy, just starts making video games when he's 13.
Yeah.
and then my youngest daughter, just is fucking lazy and kind of a loser. I don't know what I will do.
I'll tell you what you do. You give those kids to me. I'll take care of them.
I like
be like,
that.
hey,
I
you
like
know
that.
what? You're a nerd. I love it. You don't give your kids to me. I can't afford that. What are you talking about? I work in the hospitality.
Okay, so let me take this in a weird direction real quick.
Okay.
Oh wait, real quick. Me from 20 years from now.
Oh yeah, 20 years.
Sorry, mine was embarrass your kids at the cookout with throwbacks. Dancing on your mom all slow.
What? That's hard. What?
Your mom? No, dancing on their mom.
Their
their
kids'
mom.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
This is a preliminary apology to my future
It's
son.
just like an urn. I'm so sorry. That's not funny. I'm about to start wheeze laughing. I'm so sorry. That's bad.
thrusting into an urn.
No, I just have a little bit of ashes come out.
Have you seen?
You wanted me to spread your
Have
ashes?
you seen those videos where people put
How
their
about
phone like
spreading
that
ashes?
and then they'll?
I hate those videos. No, I'm saying you fucking lick your pinky and dip it in an urn and like
You dust your eyebrows with it.
I did the teeth.
Dude.
That's so
Oh
fucking.
God. Okay. You know what?
God damn it.
R.I.P. Grandmas, we love you. And grandpas.
Shout out Grandma Marilyn.
Dude, don't say that. She's alive.
No, I was fucking shouting her out. That's why I'm not shouting her out with a Ouija board.
Make sure you say goodbye,
Hey,
motherfucker.
let's say
She gonna whoop your ass.
Grandma Marilyn. Let's have a seance.
Oh, grab hands.
Grab hands.
Hey. Are you moving this? Is this you? Yeah.
She said, so someone told you that this podcast was going to just be okay. That's the whole song.
Clap.
It
Onomatopoeia.
says, wait, there's no star.
yeah,
for the claps.
It just spells out onomatopoeia.
That's hard. Hey, me.
Finish the 20 years from now, and then
yeah.
I want to hear about what we've prepared, or at least a few of the characters.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Rotation.
Yeah. Well, it could be super short if you like. But so 20 years from now, I just want to tell a quick story. I'll be super fast. Last week, we were going to play our weekly volleyball. It was Thursday. The whole squad was there. We were all pulled up. We were excited. And I go to turn on the sprinkler to the volleyball court. It's a little handle. Yep. And sprays the entire volleyball court. It's super efficient, super quick. There's never been, always gone off without a hitch. And I don't know why or how or if there's a God anymore. Because the first thing that happened is the crank got stuck at the top. And the sprinkler wasn't spraying. It was coming out of the lever. Mm-hmm. So now it's already a fucking war zone. And everyone was like, well, go fix it. So I go and I slap it at, I'm not even joking. I'm a pretty strong guy, so this isn't fair of me to say.
20%?
20%. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
20%.
Being modest, are we?
And that shit went. It looked like a fucking boomerang. It looked like that shit went sailing. And now the volleyball court is flooding. And like it was an insane amount of water.
Yeah, Horton Hears the Who was in disarray.
Yeah, exactly.
All of the Whoville people.
Yep. So everyone was like, "Well, Kashi, go fix it."
Again.
So I went, and I was already like,
You're such a great fixer.
I was already like, I had gotten a decent amount of wet from the fucking sprinkler thing. So I went and I grabbed the lever.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at it yet, but I was like, okay, well, it must be a twist on mechanism. So This thing is oozing water, and I sprint up to it, and I try twisting it into place. Did not work, and I got drenched from head to toe.
Oh no!
Got drenched.
in hard water.
Yep. In like public.
Can you not read
He's still
well
got salt
anymore?
in his toes.
I have no idea. So
There's probably
whatever.
some lead in there.
Yeah.
All I'll say is that it didn't end
Now
up
I know
getting
why you're
fixed.
so salty.
I called the city. That's hard. I called the city and I let them know.
Yeah,
and
I was actually wondering, did you call the non-emergency
I
line?
called the I googled
611 or like, what is that?
No, I googled Chandler non-emergency police.
Oh,
He was
okay.
like, help,
And
some
it was a-
asshole.
It was a
broke
full.
off
It was a full
fucking-
10 digit.
I had to do that. I literally was like, yeah, no, we showed up here and it was just like this. It's been. I have no idea how long this has been going for.
Incriminating yourself now on
I'm
air.
Yeah.
wet, fully clothed
Yeah.
because that's how I swim laps. You asshole.
She's like,
But
"What are you wearing?"
I
Oh, I'm wearing what's the Winco brand or the brand of clothes?
Russell
Russell.
Russell
I'm wearing a Russell,
Russell
shirt.
sportswear.
We're on the way right now.
Russell.
But I
it wasn't even on sale.
So we went to another volleyball court, worked out great. We had a great night. We played a fun grade of volleyball.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but
I
we
was supposed to be there. I'm sorry.
it's okay, you bailed. We walked upstairs, and Doug, the sleep I got that night was concerningly good. I slept like a fucking baby.
He went
So-
to sleep hard, woke up hard.
Yeah,
so-
he got that. He got that.
So I was getting furious. Like more and more people would like show up that didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, what happened? What? Oh, is it flooding?" And they're like, "Yeah, Akashi broke it." And I'm like, "You bitches!"
Yeah, no, I got a
did-
FaceTime. So I was getting out of work at like 7:30. So I was already like, I'm always late on Thursdays because
he
work.
gets out of work.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get out of work. So it's like, it's no big deal. I'm not going to change that. So it's like, all right, on the way. And then I get a call or I get a FaceTime from Sky. And she's like, hey, we're going to a different park. Chris broke the thing. Chris broke the sprinklers. She said Chris broke the sprinklers, which was objectively true, but unfortunately, the way that it was. You're gonna melt that lens. Please no.
It's a hypersensitive.
The
lens.
last thing
Ah.
you saw that camera do.
Why don't you tell me these things? Is that one alive?
Yeah, okay.
That
Perfect.
makes no fucking sense. They're on the same battery.
Well, batteries can degrade over time. Depending on
That
age.
one's older.
This one's dying too.
That one died. Wait, this one died first?
Yeah.
Oh, that's backwards then. I thought I was under the perception. I mean, you could switch the batteries around in an accident.
Who cares? Proceed.
Whatever.
Proceed.
Anyways, yeah, I get a FaceTime saying Chris broke the sprinklers. So
Yeah.
not only was that doubled down on, I now know that was implicitly like kind of you got set up.
I was pissed.
It was like it was accidental. It was more
completely
accidental. Yeah, you don't come at the sprinklers.
I
with
should have tried
barbaric
to
strength.
fix it. Yeah. No, I was very gentle. Like I don't know, whatever. But
Whatever
yeah.
normal strength it would take to pull that back is what you came at it with. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
And it was made abundantly clear beforehand that it was already busted.
So you got some good sleep.
I did.
And what would you tell yourself in the future?
Just hey, remember that story. And then if anyone's still giving you shit about breaking fucking sprinkler heads, it's not your fault.
go break some to double down.
Go
on that.
actually break some. Yeah, there we go.
Now we'll have a problem.
Yeah. So
I like that.
Let's take this in a little bit of a different direction. And none of us here consume any type of illicit or illegal substance in any capacity. However, if
We were presented the chance.
if let's just say and if on God's green earth marijuana were made legal tomorrow, which I would not stand for personally,
Federally, might I add.
federally. However, if marijuana were made legal tomorrow, let's just make this silly hypothetical. Bryan Alton. Bryan,
Yep.
Mr. Alton.
Yeah.
Who would you want to share that spliff with?
Esquire.
Esquire.
Both.
Basically,
Fictional.
if you wanted to smoke weed with anyone, real, live, dead, fictional, whatever,
Yeah.
who would you pick? Go.
It's called. This is our segment called
The Dream
Dream Blunt Rotation.
Dream Blunt Rotation. Go check out episode 27 of the Hispanic on Paper podcast.
Yes.
Dream blunt rotation. Share spliffy with anybody. Anybody, anyone.
Okay.
Anybody, anyone.
Okay, cool. First
Oh, I thought the answer was anybody. I was like, I mean, that's kind of sucks ass, but proceed.
no. Yeah, I'd want to. No, absolutely. Okay, so I was just making sure I had the rules correct. So,
Well, okay. Do you want to hear mine real quick?
yeah, go for it.
Mine
Just don't
is-
steal any of mine, or else
Okay.
I'm going to cut you off.
Mine is Vision from the Avengers.
Now, hold up a second. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mine, I have Adolf Hitler on mine. I'd want to sparkle with Hitler and just be like, "Yo, what's your deal?"
Brian has left the chat.
Yeah, Marcos has left the chat.
You know, dude, you right? Hitler was on mine. Yeah, Hitler was on mine.
I fucking hope.
How do you have to convince yourself again? That's because it's Hitler. That's why.
I think fuck, I don't remember.
Okay, so Hitler, Vision.
Hitler, Vision, Optimus Prime. That was on
Okay,
his.
that's a good one. Okay.
I have my 7 ready.
Okay, go. Right.
It was Optimus Prime.
Oh,
Doja Cat.
shared Spliffy.
So
Spliffy.
Optimus Prime because of the speeches.
Autobots.
Yeah. Any time that a team was down by like 3 touchdowns at half, any time that Hail Mary could have been thrown.
Oh, yeah.
Optimus Prime was there at halftime telling him to do that.
Every time.
Every time.
I got mine.
Yeah.
Mine is Vision, Kobe Bryant, Ben Shapiro, the very first ever Native American chieftain, the very first ever chief. What I'd give to smoke a blunt with them, be like, tell me everything. Our old econ teacher. Here it is. I found it. I put Stalin / Hitler, one or the other, or both.
Do you have a preferred?
Jesus Christ.
I think I would go for Hitler,
Okay.
and then Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. You
that's my list.
have a half nightmare rotation. I said dream, not nightmare.
No, we said that. We said that though.
No.
The reason why my rotation is the way it is because I'd want it half good, half bad, and I want to see where does that lead.
Where does that
what
lead
happens
to?
there?
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Because I made it abundantly clear in the episode, I would do virtually no talking in that rotation. I would just witness. If I could watch Hitler and Kobe Bryant just talk,
What the fuck?
you wouldn't give anything to just
What is happening?
Yeah.
No, that's what I was saying. I would just be like, what is in this?
What about Vision and Forrest Gump? What a productive conversation they would have.
Neither is the real boat.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's actually quite funny, Mr. Gump, because you say that death is a part of life, but I would retort that once death occurs, life is henceforth no more.
Yeah.
And Gump's like, nah, I disagree, Mr. Red Man.
I think I just added like 4 British people to mine because I like the way that sounded.
So my
Winston Churchill.
my dream rotation.
Is he British? Please, thank God.
Yes,
Okay,
he
cool.
was,
Love that.
and that man had like 4 cigars a day.
And a hanger.
Op-
He also had that schmeat.
Optimus Prime was my first one. Doja Cat, because of the jokes, the music, the dancing. She would just be fun to be around. Adam Sandler,
Oh, that's a good one.
Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
for that introspective warrior wisdom.
Completely.
Mike Tyson is the definition of a farmer or a warrior on a farm than
Yeah.
a farmer in a war.
Yeah. The
You know,
saying,
like that.
the long time saying goes,
Yeah.
it's better to be a warrior in a garden rather than a gardener on a battlefield.
Yes. So Jake the dog, and I totally ripped that one from Sky.
I love that.
Yeah.
Sky, I totally ripped that one from her. One of the people that I have my tattoo based on, it's a character in a show. Did you ever see Demon Slayer?
Yes.
Yeah, Rengoku.
Dude.
Kyojiro, because of the munchies, it would be like
Dude, I was going to say, imagine him being kind of like
Kind of hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
umai.
Do you guys have like
And then-
the Cheetos fries?
The last one, my Jake the dog, my sweet sweet boy Blue. That
Oh,
was the
you
last
bitch.
one.
Rest in
Literally
peace.
typing that out as you fucking
Your-
said
your
that
dog?
shit. I hate that. I hate that.
You have a dog named Blue?
No, Blue.
Mar-
wait. Did you say dog Blue?
Marcos has a dog.
No, not from Blue's Clues, but
No, not Blue's Clues. Blue from what?
His
Your dog?
His
Blue
dog.
is my dog's name.
Oh,
yes.
okay,
Former,
never mind,
yeah.
never mind,
His
never mind.
dog. When we made that episode, his dog had recently passed, and it was a big
Sorry.
deal.
I know that.
Yeah, here's the sweet boy supporting the Kansas City Chiefs.
Rest in peace, Blue.
Oh, dude.
Gosh, what a good dog. Sorry, continue.
Good boy.
You make me want to add a dog.
Well, add a dog. There are no rules. So I will say that this is going to be Alton's episode's like little send off.
Okay.
So let's run it up.
All right. So, so this is kind of a contradictory statement or statements from me
Okay.
because I don't handle spliffies very well. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
The moment I take a spliffy, I'm going to go to sleep. So,
Ah, so
Gotcha.
so contradictory.
If
like,
we had ever hypothetically,
if I could handle them
consumed-
better, if I could handle them better like a grown adult, then
a grown
I'm
adult
such a
or an
bitch
average
when it comes to
16-year-old.
this. Yeah, like, and I was gonna say maybe I'll just like rephrase it to where I get drunk with these people, but I'm like,
That's good. That's
nah.
really good.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Can I rephrase
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Well, Well, then there goes my joke. Okay, so here we go.
Well, let's start over.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Because I was gonna say if I was gonna split a spliffy with any of these people, I'd just fall asleep in 20 minutes.
Who would you spoon with?
Spoon? Oh,
I thought that was the joke, being like, I just fall asleep with.
yeah. Well,
Lizzo.
it goes that way a second, but my first choice doesn't work out. So I'm gonna just start over.
Lizzo would be the best body pillow.
Does she have her flute with her?
Which one?
Only if she has the flute and can play me solid melodies.
No, I would just
wait.
want hot cross buns.
Are you the flute? Okay. So moving on.
The skin flute.
So I just kind of came up with a couple here.
Run it up.
I'm going to start off with, R.I.P. But Chris Farley. I feel like
Wow, that's a really good one.
I feel like,
yelling on the bus.
yes. I feel like if I had the chance, I wouldn't miss that opportunity. Drunk, high,
completely
sober,
understand.
doesn't
Wow,
fucking matter.
yeah.
I feel like I would take that up in a heartbeat.
Even with cheeseburgers, I feel like Chris Farley.
Yeah.
The same
No,
experience.
golfing. Yeah.
Like getting drunk with Chris Farley would probably be the same experience as just getting really good like in and out with him. Or like
I actually do. Yeah, I completely understand. Golfing and making
it's
puzzles.
it's just him.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I feel like he'd have been a friend for sure.
That's a great
regardless
pick.
Of like, yeah. So, side note, when you're younger and you go to those websites that you shouldn't, and it's not the porn websites. I'm talking about the websites where you just learn and see shit that you shouldn't. But
where you
like,
get steroids.
where
On the black market.
it's blackmarket.org. I knew it was legit. I knew it was legit because it said org.
I like the thought that has like the highest police response times.
Yeah, right.
.org is Oregon.
Proceed. Sorry.
So yeah. But anyways, I won't go too much into that. We'll save that for another day. But yeah, Chris Farley for sure. I feel like just because I've heard a lot of great things in terms of he just from the stories that I've heard, he's just like a really like you and me, right? Remember, like you said earlier, like that that I don't see you as a fan. I see you as just like me, but like I love that you love what I'm doing, kind of thing, right?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Who's that? I'm just like you. Oh, I mean, like that'd be like older or newer.
Jim Carrey.
Newer.
Cody.
Jim Carrey is on my list, but he's alive. But
Cody.
this guy is also passed.
Is it Robin Williams?
Oh my god!
Don't play
dude.
21 Questions with me.
Who is it?
He's not on my list, but
Who is it?
it's
Or guess
Paul
who?
Walker.
Wow, that's a very good one.
Paul
Wow,
Walker. Yeah.
very good.
I feel like he was taken a little too soon. Also, I feel like I've heard stories where he would just be like walking by, and like he saw this like person eyeing and again, forgive me if I got the story wrong, but this is what I remember. But he saw like a man looking at like a diamond ring for his wife, and because he was big shot and he had the money, whatever, he just happened to notice it, and he was just like, here you go, bought it for you, here you go. And I don't know if that takes away from the fact that the man didn't buy it for her. I don't know if that takes away from it, but from what I saw was the gesture side. You know what I mean?
I get that.
He was like, oh, I like this one, but I like this one, but I can't afford it. I like this one. So
That guy
he was like, I will afford
You know what
this
that
for
guy
you.
had? You know what that guy had? That guy had Paul Walker's blessing.
no, that's not, no.
Yeah.
I would be
just
10,000 times
I
more
would-
If I was a
confident.
woman and it was just like, by the way, Paul
Walker bought this.
pitched in.
I'd say no. If I found out, it were like if that happened,
It was
to
a
me,
team thought. I paid
Not
51.
only-
He paid 50. I mean 49. I'm sorry,
51,
that doesn't add up.
49.
Shit.
It is $100,000 ring. No,
But no, yeah. So I just heard he was actually a pretty normal guy on the outside, and so I just kind of wish I knew what he was like a little bit more.
that's a good one. Very good.
I have to throw 2 crushes in, if that's okay.
Please throw it in there. Summer Rae.
Shakira.
Oh, that's
She's always been-
Shakira's actually a genius with her IQ and tax evasion.
I was gonna say, I was like, until she got caught. That is no. So
She's like
Shakira's
7
always been
languages.
like, from childhood, she's always been like one of my little hotties. So,
Are you
like,
off tonight?
Yeah.
You know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. The attraction.
You're starting to look a little bit like you evade tax.
Hey, bro, she didn't know what she was doing. It was an accident. 16 mil, and she was just like,
And this is an argument for
Still
later, but
that
I've
bad
never
from
seen
FIFA.
the Harry Potters, but I know Emma Watson's also attractive. So I know she plays Hermione Granger.
I respect that
And
so
so-
fucking much.
Oh
Just-
my gosh. No, I'm going to add one real quick.
Go.
It's not that I'm attracted to her. It's just I love how weird she is.
Hit me.
And I don't even fucking know
Aubrey
her name.
Plaza?
Yes. That is her name. That is her name. Yes, that is her name. I would love to hang out with her because of how fucking weird she is. Like, I love that. As an introvert, want to be extrovert, am an extrovert on the outside, introvert on the inside. I would love that, dude. She is fucking like, I would just want to like hear the weird shit that she says. And
That was incredible.
I would have a
Marcos
ball.
is going to go buy another lottery ticket. For that re-up.
I was actually told to buy a lottery ticket
because
yesterday.
of today. I bought 2 lotto tickets. I won $10 off of one. I broke even.
You buy one,
on
I'll buy
of
one
them.
because I literally was told yesterday to buy one.
I'll buy one as well because I also had a good week because no one asked me how my week was.
414 sells lotto tickets. So you want to go win?
Yeah. I just wanted to bring it back to the fact that no one asked me how my week was in which it was good.
Hey, Marco. So, anyways, that's what I was saying is.
How does this happen? This gag happens every
I'm gonna
episode.
tell you right now, if you don't get to tell me how your week went, or no, sorry, let me reverse that. Let me go. Okay. So if I don't get to tell you what I want to tell myself in 20 years, you don't get to tell me how your week went. Okay, I respect it. So I was waiting my turn anxiously. I have to pee, and I held it just for you.
Now you're going last.
So
I also have to pee. We're doing great.
I'd rather piss myself than shart myself.
Oh,
So-
wait. I actually hired a catheter team.
I can't hold it.
On air.
I can't hold it. Oh my god, I'm gonna blow.
You do the little.
So I'll skip over this pretty quick, but he was always my comedy guru.
Shout out Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
We love you, Jim Carrey.
Comedy guru Jim Carrey. I do an impersonation, but I know it'd make you sick, Jim, so I'm not going to do it. And Jim actually tunes in, so if you're watching
Yes, Jim
and
Carrey.
listening,
Jim
please
Carrey.
tune in. Jim Carrey is actually part of our.
We actually talked about Jim Carrey a lot on this podcast.
I had
Have
the
you?
VHS on Mask and
We talked about Jim Carrey on the Bianca
I had
episode.
the Mask
I
on
know.
VHS.
Yeah.
Good grief.
I have Liar Liar on VHS.
Changed my life.
Yeah. Proceed.
Changed my life.
Ace Ventura was my go-to. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was.
I thought he did that in the movie.
No, he doesn't.
Lehu.
Yep. Zahir. Yeah. Okay. So, and then just because I'm going to go off with,
Do not Pascal. Do not collect $200.
You must be the Monopoly guy.
tell you what. You guys will impress me because I know that movie inside and out, but the parts that I don't know from each movie is the part where he's like. The abrasion on your left palm has.
I don't know that one.
And he goes into that big old rant.
The monologue?
The moment you do that rant, I will have.
I don't have it.
I will piss myself.
I'm sorry.
I will
not-
shart myself. I will, for the first time ever, shit myself.
Next episode, it will be in my artillery.
Dude, if you get it done, I will do it. I will love it. And you know, as a fan, I just never took the time. I'm sorry. So going off what Marco said earlier, I had 2 dogs that I loved dearly. I mean, I had a lot of dogs, but like 2 that really rung with me. Nikki and Lady. Are you okay, buddy?
burnt my nose.
We'll know if you really burnt your nose or your nose hair.
You trigger discipline.
If you got hair, we'll smell it.
Fine.
And then if we got, it's kind
All
of
I
odd.
smell is butane. Wait, real quick. Marcos bought me a cool gift, and it's a torch for cigars, but it's shaped like. Is that still on? Fuck. It's look.
Pew pew.
Proceed.
So, so Nikki and Lady were my 2 dogs that I love dearly. And then lastly, I'm gonna go ahead. When you said Blue, I thought Blue from Foster's Home,
From Imaginary Friends.
that's a
and I
very
was
good
like,
one.
dude, that man was a ride or die, but he was also fucking weird. So I was just like, I want to know more.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what makes the dream blunt rotation, which is like ride or die, but weird.
yeah, ride or die,
Yeah,
but weird.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So Blue from Foster's
Part of the
Home.
macabre.
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I don't know about that. I chose to stick. I chose to keep the nightmares out of
Only
mine, so.
only because like if I
Wait,
had a
did you have a nightmare one? Pick a nightmare one. Just
Okay,
for
so
honor
okay,
of cause.
okay, well,
Let's go
so-
3 each. 3
no, no,
each.
no, okay, so
3?
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna cheat, and I'm just gonna say Freddy Krueger, because like literally, it's in the name, Nightmare on Elm
a
Street.
nightmare rotation would be Pennywise, even though I haven't seen any of those.
I fucking hate you.
I don't think he would be funny. I think
have
he would just
it.
prey on my fears. So
Freddy Krueger, and
okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but Lindsay King, my 3rd grade vice principal.
Huh.
She holds a special place on my heart.
First and last name. Wow.
Because hold on, check this out.
Okay.
I was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
And I stepped on the back of this kid's pant leg on accident, and it
Yeah.
ripped. And he went home and he told his mom that he never wanted to go to school again. And it was an accident. It was an accident. I remember this very well. And
to
Lindsay
remember.
King the next day came to my classroom, pulled me out of class, and talked to me outside on the stairwell. And she said, "What did you do yesterday? Who were you walking behind?" And I was like, "I don't remember." And she's like, "What about Michael?" And I was like, "It was Michael." And she's like, "Yeah. Well, do you remember stepping on his pant leg? And I was like, yeah, it was an accident. She's like, was it? I was like, yeah. She's like, was it? I was like, yeah.
Ask me a third time. I promise you.
No.
I'll say yeah.
It was like 9 times.
Oh.
And then I literally
I
got
said no.
I literally got
said
to
3, not 9.
I got to the point where I was just like, yeah, sure, fine. I did it on purpose.
Just leave
And
me
then-
alone, lady.
And then she was like, good. Just recognize that you did that. Because of your actions, you made another kid not want to go to school anymore. 3 days of after school suspension. I was one of 3
I
third
hope when
graders.
you're older, you're nothing like this.
I was one of that's fucking hard. I love it. I was one of 3 third graders that year to have after school suspension because ASS didn't start until 4th grade. I was one of 3 kids to have after school suspension, and the other kid lit something on fire. And the other girl from that, like the kid's last name was like something like Sylvester, and she wrote on the whiteboard like Sylvester Molester or something like that. Jesus. So I was in the ASS with them because I stepped on the back of some kid's pant leg. So Freddy Krueger, Lindsay King, and I'm gonna go out a limb, and I'll just throw out. I'm sorry.
This is hard.
Yeah, it is.
It is hard. You said 3.
I think one of mine. I think one of my nightmare rotations would be James Charles.
That's a good one.
I just hate.
You know what? I'm going to piggyback that.
I
I'm going to
don't
piggyback
know.
that. Mine is going to be James Corden.
Oh, the
He
karaoke car guy?
annoys the fuck out of me. I don't know why. I love his videos too. But something about him I'm just a little bit annoyed by where I'm like,
The Harry Potter version that was corrupted by Voldemort. That I would fucking hate that,
Dude, Voldemort.
Voldemort's up there. I've never seen a single Harry Potter.
You know, me neither. I said that earlier.
I
I
actually
just
wanted,
said Voldemort because I was like thinking Nightmare, and I
You-
was like, he
you
was
want-
an evil guy, right? He was an evil guy,
You
right?
want to know the other fucked up part is that you mentioned earlier that you'd never seen a Harry Potter, and I was like, how can I shoehorn this in later that I've never seen a Harry Potter?
got
And
the
then
third
you
one.
mentioned Voldemort, so like, hey, we're killing this.
Beautiful.
The third one is Wendy
Did you raise your
Williams.
hand? I'm not flexing right now. Do you want me to?
That's okay.
1089 testosterone. Activate.
It's like a reflex.
Did you get your 3?
Yeah,
It's just like it's in my blood or something.
I said James Charles,
Oh, yeah.
Wendy Williams,
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
and Daniel Radcliffe portraying like a possessed Harry
That's
Potter.
a good one. I'll go Freddy Krueger.
Actually, Gollum.
Miss King.
Gollum. I'll
That's
swap
a good
that
one.
third
That's
one.
a good one.
Spiegel.
I'll go Freddy Krueger, Miss King, and who's the last one I just said? Oh, James Corden. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been episode 55. And on the last little note we'll make is, Brian, what would you like to remind yourself of in 20 years?
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Full circle.
Okay, in 20 years, let's see. Okay, that's the age I'll be at. I'll let the
Audience decide.
Yeah, I'll let the audience decide. So if that's the age I'm at, I'm just gonna be like, remember, buddy, your testosterone wasn't always this low. You used to be thriving. You used to be mountainous. Also, you were supposed to die that day, and you didn't. Just remember that.
That's really cool.
And that's not the panic attack day. Just I know that's the only story that I told because I wasn't supposed to die, but there was a time, a lot of stories.
Real quick, will yourself in 20 years from now know what you're talking about, do you think?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like it then.
Oh yeah, traumatic.
Because Marcos and I don't even know what he's talking about right now. So whatever he's alluding to is fucking hard.
It's cryptic.
Bobbing my shoulders. 'cause
I
know
like
how-
it.
yeah.
Just like a mailman talking out a disgruntled old man who's mad about someone walking in his lawn. He's like, yeah,
Yeah. Just remember, you made it this far, buddy, and you will always strive to be more fun than parachute day in PE. Remember that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 55 of the Hispanic on Paper podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Hispanic on Paper podcast.
And here's our
You do your
ASMR
bit.
section.
Yeah. Just want to say thank you for watching.
Rate us 5 stars.
Yeah, rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I got an email that said we had 2,000 downloads.
We just
on
hit 2,000
Buzzsprout.
listens. We just hit 2,000 listens total.
Crazy to hear.
Yeah, thank you. Not
Thank
including
you.
YouTube. Not
That's actually
including
impressive.
YouTube.
Thank
Not
you.
including YouTube.
We're actually already at like almost 500 on YouTube. But
I do want to share one last bit of wisdom
Please go.
from our production manager. Yeah. So the very, very wonderful woman who helps us keep our cameras on and the video feed live is my girlfriend Sky, and she had a dream blunt rotation. She thought now would be the most opportune time to share in light of Alton sharing his, right?
Hit it.
She has Snoop Doggy Dogg, obviously for
Yep,
the quality.
Of course, duh.
That's the
skip over
first
that, boy.
obvious answer, right? Check it.
Yeah.
Mac Miller in tandem with Snoop Dogg because of Scary Movie 5.
I was gonna make that. That's very good.
Yes.
Very good. I don't know if you ever saw that. Very good.
Incredible.
Basically, the whole gag is like, oh, what's that one movie where it's like scary? They're like in that cabin in the woods. And he's like, Freddy Krueger? No, it was the one with the cabin in the woods. Friday the 13th? No, the one with the cabin in the woods. The Strangers is like, the movie was Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, proceed.
At some point, yeah.
Oh,
let's
sorry.
see.
Yeah.
No, yeah. At some point, they had a standoff where they were drawing guns, and then the bit was that they just kept pulling out guns, and it was eventually a pile. I love the era of parody
Oh, it's
movies.
so good.
It
It's
was
so
wonderful.
good. I miss that era.
The third one that I clearly ripped from Sky, I did. I admit it. I hold no qualms against this.
Jake the Dog.
Jake the Dog.
Very
Jake
good.
the Dog.
Yeah.
Right
You
there.
mentioned it.
For the entertainment.
Yeah, of
I held Jake the Dog for the wisdom.
Yeah.
He was the wisdom in mine, along with
Yeah.
Optimus. Crush. The turtle from Finding
That's
Nemo.
good, too.
The adult turtle from Finding Nemo.
That one and Snoop
She
Dogg
said,
are.
she said, parentheses, do I really got to explain this one?
Yeah. That one and Snoop Dogg are the same in parentheses. Like, do I gotta explain this one? No.
Exactly. Iroh.
He was in
Uncle Iroh?
He,
Uncle
oh
Iroh.
my
He-
God. He was in my original draft.
Bro, I'm about to start crying.
Wisdom.
He was in my original draft.
Badass.
Yep.
And guess what? If you forget a lighter,
He's got one.
don't even worry. The Dragon of the West
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh yeah.
got you covered.
Hell yeah.
Uncle Iroh.
Kaylani.
That's a good one.
And she put sexy to look at. And I will agree they are pierced.
I was gonna ask why.
You have to throw. Yeah, you have to throw sexy people in there. You have to throw sexy.
You
people.
have
of
to-
course.
you have to.
You can't be smoking with that many men and not have
It's
a
a
bad bitch.
yeah, you got to have at least one. And then the seventh one, she has 8 total, right?
Good.
'Kay.
The 8th one is going to go over a lot of people's heads that they don't watch anime. The 7th one is,
You got me.
and when she was telling me this on the car on the way to like dinos, on the way to Pangea, this bitch don't know about Pangea, by the way. She said Trevor from GTA 5.
Wow.
The chaos, whatever that character holds.
That's a good
within
one.
Him, I would not have ever been prepared to hear that.
That's a good one. That's a very good one.
Is
The
that like the
last one-
balding dude?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
the balding
the
dude.
fucking
Dude,
psycho.
crazy
I was like, I don't
guy.
remember his name, but if
No,
it's him,
literally
I
a
get it.
psycho.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah,
if you
literally
if you never played GTA, Trevor, he was top of his class in his like 212 class of flying jets, helicopters, and everything. Everything
yeah.
flying. He was at the very top,
Yep.
and then he didn't pass the psyche val because he's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, fair. That was a good one. That was
Yeah,
a good one.
a very good one.
The only man that I really remember from that game.
Yeah,
I played
dude.
it years ago. So
Exactly.
I was like, is it that guy? And he was like, yes. I was like, then yes. Absolutely.
exactly.
The final one, since Alton actually does watch anime.
Yes.
Oh,
Is it a creator or is it a character?
it's actually a character. Have you
From-
seen that time I got reincarnated as a slime?
I haven't. I've been
Okay.
eyeballing it, but I haven't.
Storm. The last character is Storm Dragon Veldora.
That's a cool name.
And basically part of the reason is behind that is he spends so much time like basically inside of another person just like waiting to be released kind of thing where he was like laying dormant. He got access to the person's memories and he just read manga. Because the person got reincarnated
That's
from another
cool.
world. He got reincarnated from our world, got put into a fantasy world. So now you have a dragon with godlike powers
Yeah,
who's
but
literally just going like
just
and
going through comic books.
There's a really, really famous fight where he's like squaring off with one of the toughest characters that the show has seen, and he's like Hadouken, Hadouken. He's like
Oh,
spamming.
That's fun.
And he's like,
That's really
and he
cool.
busts out- yeah.
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Imagine the only thing that a human being on this earth has ever consumed in their entire lifetime was Marvel movies, and then they got abducted by aliens.
And then they're doing Thor's like
exactly. That's really cool. Yeah,
Ladies and
that's where we'll leave it
gentlemen.
off. Episode 55.
Thank you for having
follow
me.
us on Instagram if you want to come on the podcast, or reach out to us, Hispanic on Paper Podcast on Instagram. To Bryan, Mr. Alton.
Thank you for being here.
Genuinely, we had a great time with you.
Thank you.
We do.
Wonderful.
We're gonna have you back very soon.
Please have me.
within the next 2 weeks on a quadruple episode. We're
yeah, it's a quadruple
We're-
episode.
We're gonna have our very good friend Charlie on. Charlie's gonna come
Yes,
on.
Charlie.
He already promised that he would. I've never done that before, actually. But yeah, Charlie's gonna come on either next week or the week after. But thank you so much for tuning in. Yep, please follow, subscribe, and comment on YouTube.
It's got to be before you move to Australia.
Yeah, we got 10 months.
And
Has to
he
be.
moves to England.
Yes,
So
we'll be okay. So thank you so much for tuning in. Episode 55 of the Hispanic on Paper podcast. Thank you so much.
My name is Marcos.
My name's Kashi.
and my name is Bryan Alton.
Catch you later.
Take care.